Is, I would say, cloudy, and the rain
perfect
looks
now.
like it has moved out. It is. You and I have been down on the field, and it is feeling nice down there. Completely different than what we had just a couple weeks ago. So you can hear the whistles, and we are about to be underway here for the third game of the football season for your Texas High Tigers. If you're tuning in on Texarkana Game Day, we appreciate you for watching. If you want to come out, it feels good here at Grand Park. Come on out and catch some high school football. And we are underway. Going to be over the head of everyone and out of the back of the end zone for the Texas High Tigers. And the Texas High defense will trot out onto the field. That was number 46, Francisco Perez, kicking off tonight. He'll do all the kicking for the Tigers tonight. Coach, I'm going to pull a Eric Aiken on you.
Okay.
I think the Tigers will win tonight.
That is true.
One way or the other, the Tigers will win tonight.
Hopefully the Tigers in the black jerseys will be the victorious Tigers tonight.
That is a notorious Eric Aiken quote. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be the only one you get tonight.
That is true. My man Eric Aiken is good for a one-liner every now and again.
That's right. And so we are underway. The first handoff is going to be stopped in the backfield. That's going to be number 0, Benny Walters. Excuse me. I'm on the wrong. That is Taquan Black. I had the wrong roster in my hand there. Taquan Black coming off the edge for the Tigers, and the Benton Tigers going to go pretty quick here.
We got good tempo. Good stop, bring up 3rd and long. Good start for the Tiger D.
So the Benton Tigers starting quarterback tonight looks like it's going to be number 7. He is listed on their depth chart as a wide receiver, so I'm not sure if we even have the correct guy at quarterback, but that's Trey Smith, so that's what we're going to go with. There's a guy in motion. He's in shotgun. He's going to roll out and throw out to a wide open. Looks like it's tight end. He's across the 40, going to be tackled about the 37-yard line, and a big first down there for the Benton Tigers.
Cody Wilhite, number 87, looks like baby Gronkowski.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy. Don't be surprised if we see them go to him a couple times tonight. Coach, I'm going to scramble here and try to find my pen where I can try to mark some of these guys.
All good. Tigers set. Got a play action. Good pursuit.
And Smith going to be knocked to the ground there. He wants a flag, but the ref says no, it was right on time, and so that one will be incomplete. Bring up 2nd down and 10, and the Tiger defense looked really good right there.
Yeah, we called number 40 Shaylin Cooper's name a lot last week, being a sophomore. He's making some strides.
Greg Manning going to be the running back. In the backfield, they'll fake to him. Smith will keep it himself, and he's going to get about 2 yards on 2nd down. Going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Benton Tigers. First 3rd down of the night. Texas High defense looking to make a big stop right here on the 35-yard line. Smith going to roll out to his left. He's being pursued by 2 Tigers. He gets away from one and throws it, and it is complete, but not going to be enough for the first down. Again, that's number 87, Cody Wilhite, the tight end. We've seen them go to him twice so far tonight. Going to bring up 3rd down and about a yard, and they're hurrying to the line of scrimmage, going to try to go for it here. Don't be surprised to see them go back to Wilhite. A hard count there, trying to get the Tigers to jump off sides, and they're going to take a timeout. And as they take the first timeout of the night, so are we. We are scrambling because the Tigers jumped on it quick and started this ball game before we were ready. So we're going to take a break with them, and we'll be back right here at Tiger Stadium. So we are scoreless. We'll be back.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room, and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. You can hear the whistles blow, and they're going to give us a little bit of time to get you set back up here in the booth. Tonight's ball game being brought to you by Texarkana Gameday and TigerVision, along with the sponsors, Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, State Bank, Gregor Auto, Washington Academy, Rocasa, and Reliance. Our timeout sponsor each and every week, Texas A&M Texarkana. You'll see our replays tonight brought to you by Texar, and each and every week your scoreboard is brought to you by Commercial National Bank. And so looks like there was a penalty there on the play. Going to give the Tigers from Benton, Louisiana a first down. So it's going to be first down from about the 24-yard line. Coach, just a mishap there by the defense, having too many people on the field. Going back to Will Height to the end zone. Going to be a touchdown for the Benton Panthers.
You're right there. We got to get set. Defense is still trying to make calls, and coming out of a timeout, you got to be set, ready to go. Get your eyes where they're supposed to be. Right there, we turn somebody dead loose in the middle of the field.
And so the Benton Tigers going no huddle and working quick tonight, and so far the Texas High defense not been able to catch up with that fast-moving offense from Benton. A good snap and hold. The kick is up, and it's good. And just like that, the Benton Tigers jump on your Texas High Tigers 7-0. 10-14 left to go here in the opening quarter. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back. And the Tiger offense will take the field for the first time tonight right here at Grimm Park.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Benton, Louisiana Tigers getting ready to kick off to Texas High for the first time tonight. A little pooch kick over, going to be fair caught by Pilgreen right at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Texas High offense will trot out, led by quarterback David J. Potter. So far on the season, Coach, he's 288 passing yards with 3 touchdowns, and he's got some power in the backfield with him, a couple running backs. You want to hit on those for us?
Javari and T-Ball had a great game last week, really the last 2 games. Javari really come out last game and really put some yards up. You want to get him going early for sure.
Javari Johnson, 165 rushing yards so far this season. Tredarian Ball right there sniffing at 100. We're going to have Johnson start in the backfield, and they'll fake it to him, a little play action. And we've got a man wide open, and that's going to be number 1, TJ Gray, all the way in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Great play action by David J. Potter, brings the safeties down, and TJ runs right behind him on the big post, almost too wide open.
Absolutely. He was running so wide open. You know, that's hard for a quarterback sometime. Right here on your Texar replay, you can see just waiting on the ball. And when he gets it, not many people are going to catch him. He takes it all the way 75 yards into the end zone for the first score of the night. Perez on for the extra point. A good snap, good hold. It's up, and we've got a tie ball game. 10:06 to go in the opening quarter. Man, we have not had much football so far tonight, and it is a fireworks show.
Last time you were here, we had the same deal. Last time you
Yeah.
were here, we were scoring left and right.
Let's just hope that this one doesn't last as long as the first one, because we were here for 4 hours trying to get that thing
We were here for a
over with.
while. Hey, but I will say this: there's really no better place to watch a high school football game. So if we have to be anywhere, it's definitely great to be here at Tiger Stadium at Grimm Park.
Well, Coach, we didn't get to do this pregame, so we'll do it now. But we've got Coach Harrell's path to success, and so let's hit on some of that, Coach.
You know, the first thing throughout this week, watching some film and going through last week's game, we really want to get on a fast start offensively and defensively. Offense, last week we started down 14-0. We had a lot of mishaps early in the passing games, and we turned some guys loose in the run schemes. So look for a fast start on offense. We did that. We started out good. Defense, we just got to get lined up. The second deal is multiple defensive fronts. This defense for Benton, Louisiana, they play really a 5-deep shell, which keeps everything underneath. They're a 3-down front, really a 3-1 box, which there's only 4 guys. You should be able to run it there. But tackling, Keith Ellis tackling. Last week we had a lot of missed tackles. Those 3 things, we should be okay.
Perez on the kick. He'll kick it deep, and it will be taken about the 5-yard line. That's number 12, Wyatt. And he'll get it across the 15, and not much going there. He returns at about 10 yards, and that's where he'll be stopped. I think they'll mark him about the 11-yard line, the 16-yard line. And that's where Benton, Louisiana will trot out on the field for their second offensive series of the night. They scored, went down the field. The Tigers did hold them to 4th down here around the 20-yard line, and then just a costly penalty there by the Tiger defense that gave them a 1st down and ended up in a touchdown. 9:57 here in the first quarter. Jeffrey King is who that is. He's going to roll out and be pursued by the Tiger defense, and here come the flags. He was hit right on the sideline. I think he may have been on the white, and they're going to throw a flag for a late hit there.
Taekwon's got to be smarter than that. You already got him cornered out of bounds. Just let it go, live to play the next down.
And so we do have Jeffrey King here, so we'll get his name correct.
Oh, number 40 is Shaylin. Yeah, that's a sophomore mistake. I knew Taekwon wouldn't do something like that. Number 40 is Shaylin Cooper, the sophomore. A little bit over-aggressive.
So, Coach, it's hard to get on those guys when they make those penalties like that when they're playing real hard, because in his defense, it was right on the sideline. It could have went either way.
Oh, there's no doubt. But the good thing is they're running to the ball. Just got to wrap up right here. But they're running to the ball. They're excited. The key to this, playing these fast-paced offenses, is getting lined up and getting your eyes on where they need to be.
So Benton going to get back on the ball right away. They go no huddle. Going to get 8 yards there on the 1st down carry by Greg Manning. Jeffrey King going to bring a man in motion. He will toss it to him. That's going to be number 8, Owen Patterson, and he's going to be stopped for a loss on the play.
Tristan Powell.
Looks like they'll lose about 5. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 for Benton.
Good job on the jet sweep, keeping your outside free, forcing that thing back inside to your help.
Nice job pursuing there by the Texas High defense. King going to roll out to his left. He's looking for, trying to get a number there. It looks like that was number 12, Roman Wyatt. Looking for him over the middle, and it's going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down, and Benton will send on the punting unit. Number 3, Tredarian Ball will be deep for the Tigers. Ball is placed on the 35-yard line. 8:54 left to go. We've got a tie ball game here at Tiger Stadium. If you're listening or watching at home and you want to come out, the weather is nice. 70 degrees, a little breeze blowing here at Tiger Stadium. So come on out. Or if you want to stay at home, we appreciate you for watching on Texarkana Game Day.
They're not going to catch him.
And this one right here is going to be a big return. If he does get caught, it's going to be, and he won't get caught.
Attaboy, T-Ball.
Tredarian Ball takes the punt all the way to the house for another Texas High Tiger touchdown.
At some point, the other coach has got to say, we're not going to kick it to that guy. Kick it out of bounds. Do something, but we're not giving it to number 3 with a whole bunch of space.
Well, that was the first time they punted it to him tonight, and it may be the last.
It definitely will. It definitely will. They will angle that thing out of bounds and try to kick it about 10 rows up.
Francisco Perez on to attempt the extra point. It's going to be number 2, Cameron Reitner, who's going to hold for him. Another good snap and hold, and that one may have been good from 40, Coach. Nice kick there by Perez. They'll trot off as Billy Lavender blows the Cadillac horn down there in the end zone. With 8:38 left to go here in the opening period, Texas High takes the lead 14-7. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more Texas High football right after this.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, Orr BMW, Orr Cadillac, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Super Center. In Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorauto.com.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football right here live on Texarkana Game Day in partnership with TigerVision. Texas High Tigers going to kick off again to the Tigers from Benton, Louisiana. They'll bring it out and be stopped at about the 22-yard line, and that's where they'll trot out and start their third offensive series of the night. Coach, a little different edge for the Texas High defense the past series. What do you think they're going to come out and do here?
So the first thing we got to do is make sure, number one, just going off last week, eliminate some penalties, especially pre-snap penalties. But I can't stress it enough for just our defense is getting lined up with this no huddle stuff. The offense is really up tempo. They like to run a lot of the same plays out of different formations. Right here we got a quarterback stretch up top. Really good job stretching that thing way up there.
Almost picked off there by number 17. Y'all got who that was last week?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Alex
okay.
Jones.
Alex Jones, number 17. He's not on my roster, but we have got him. I'm going to write him in there.
Alex Jones, number 17. He made a lot of plays last week. He's really stepped up and really come into his own.
All right. Got a couple people listening in, Coach. We have got Mr. Jay Davis tuning in from Ruby Ranch. That's their place. They go down and deer hunt. They don't kill any deer, but that's where they go and hang out, I guess. And so
it's a good place to watch the game tonight.
Just kidding. I know nothing about Ruby Ranch except
really
what I've
good
been told.
pressure. That a boy Duncan McGee.
And a nice play there by McGee and a host of Texas High Tigers chasing down quarterback Jeffrey King in the backfield. Here's your Texar instant replay, and he had nowhere to go. Didn't matter which way he turned, there was a Tiger there, and a great job there by the defense.
Great job by Duncan. It's all about pursuing the ball on defense, play fast and play physical.
So it's going to be third down and a little over 20 there. He's going to drop back to pass, and he is pressured again. He's just going to throw a duck up, and it's for anybody to catch. And let's see who that is, number 43. Who's number 43 there? That is Crew Kirkendall.
Crew Kirkendall.
He had a chance to catch that on the sideline, and he whiffed it.
My man Crew, he's a good one. He's a great young man.
So that one almost flew into the stands, and that's going to bring up fourth down and a long ways. So that's going to bring in Tredarian Ball again. And, Coach, I mean, here they've at least got to kick it toward him with their field position. They can't just kick it out of bounds. They're going to give it to him on the 30.
Yeah, right now Benton is not in a good situation. It's a lose-lose for them. Got a lot of backspin on here. We got to make a Peter call and get out of the way.
So that one going to hit and roll in the favor of Texas High, and great field position. The coaching staff from Benton not happy with that offensive series nor their special teams play there, and Texas High is going to trot out on the field for their second series of the night on offense with great field position. Looks like they're on about the 23-yard line.
Short field. Couldn't ask for a better start offensively. First play, got a big post to TJ off the play action. Right here, you're probably looking to get Javari involved. But really good start offensively. If you can get up early in this game, the better off you'll be.
Javari Johnson in the backfield with quarterback David J. Potter. Got 2 receivers split to each side. David moving some players around.
This will be a
First
throw.
down and 10, he's going to drop back, and he's going to throw it across the middle. That's going to be caught.
Joe.
Trying to get you a number there.
That is my man Joe, the tight end.
That's number 25, Joe Miller.
Joe Miller.
Sorry about that. I was looking at my wide receivers. He's right there.
Hey,
Threw it to
the
tight
old
end.
lonely tight end got him some action early.
Nice reception for 8 yards there by Joe Miller. Going to bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Tigers. Potter's going to hand it to Johnson this time around the left side. A nice big hole, and he's going to get the 1st down and more. Take it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A nice job there by the offensive line from Texas High.
Yeah, great push up top with the tight end tackle combo up top with Quay Ford, the true freshman. Really good job on the long trap.
Tredarian Ball split out in the slot receiver spot over there with T.J. Gray.
Free snap penalties. Come on, Joe.
Going to have a false start on Texas High. Going to march them back 5 yards. It's going to take it back to the 10. Going to be 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. Again, same formation. Got Johnson in the backfield.
Probably look for the same run play that they just ran.
It looks pretty. Oh,
Good
David
on the
J.
pull.
Potter's going to pull it,
Got
and
the
he's got
pull.
some room. He gets all the way down, wanted to reach out, but the guy had a hold of his arms there. Going to get down. Let's see where they mark him. Well, I thought he got down to about the 1.
Looked like he back
We're not
to
going to
the 1.
argue with the spot, but they're going to give him the 3.
Really good changeup. Good read by David J. Not necessarily the most probably fast weapon we have with the ball in our hands, but a definitely way to keep the defense honest. Really good job reading that out and pulling that around the edge.
Very nice decision there by the Texas High quarterback, and he'll hand it off this time and almost into the end zone. Going to stop him right on the 1-yard line where he's going to mark it. That's Javari Johnson. Had a little room there, but that hole closed quick on him. He's going to get down to the 1. Going to bring up 3rd down from the 1 for Texas High. Nice camera shots there by the TigerVision students who are here working all of the cameras tonight. We appreciate them for all of their hard work. So a little wildcat here. Going to be a keeper and into the end zone for a touchdown. That's Cameron Reichner, the backup quarterback for the Tigers, going to come in and just show a little different look there.
Kind of got rolled up on as he's going into the end zone. Kind of drug him down from behind. Kind of rolled his ankle up a little bit, it looks like.
So the referees were calling for time on the field, but Reichner's going to get up, and he's forgetting that he's having to hold, so he's going to.
They're going to have to send off the field. They're going to have to get another holder.
So David J. Potter
David
going to
J.
come on to hold here for the extra point attempt by Perez. 5:33 left to go in the opening period.
Good changeup offensively, putting Cam at quarterback. Just get a little wildcat look.
The kick is up, and it is good. The Tigers extend their lead 21-7 over the Benton Tigers from Louisiana. 5:33 left to go. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have more Tiger football right here live from Tiger Stadium. Welcome back to Tiger Stadium at Grimm Park. It is a nice 70 degrees here as Francisco Perez kicks off all the way down into the end zone, and it's going to be brought out by number 1, Greg Manning. He'll get across the 10 and gets wrapped up. He gets away. He's dancing backwards, Not sure what's going to happen here. It ends up being a pretty nice return, and he's going to get all the way out to the 25-yard line. He was wrapped up inside the 10 and got away from a few Tigers and made it out to the 25, and so that's where Benton will trot out and start their offensive series here. And so, Coach, we got a few people tuning in. Morgan Smith tuning in all the way from Alaska. We appreciate him for watching tonight.
You can't hide money, can you?
That's right. I mean, you know.
You can't hide money.
It
must
is.
be nice.
It is what it is. We got Trey Wright tuning in all the way from Hope, Arkansas.
Big Southwest Arkansas.
And again, we got Jay Davis tuning in from the fabulous Ruby Ranch. You know, we just call mine a deer club. You know, they got they name theirs a ranch.
That's an official.
That's what rich
wording.
people do.
Yeah.
You know, and but we appreciate all those guys over there tuning in from Ruby Ranch. Hope they're having a great time out there and get those food plots planted tomorrow after this rain. And Craig Jenkins tuning in. He says he's in Boulder, Colorado. I don't know if I believe him or not because I heard he was in Texarkana today. So unless he hopped on a plane.
He may or may not have been behind me in Wake Village today in his car. I don't know.
So a bad snap going to take the quarterback, Jeffrey King, way back to about the 15-yard line, and he was almost run down there by number 26, Tristan Powell. But he just threw that ball away, and so he's going to live to see third down. It's third down and a long 5 for Benton, and so the Texas High defense playing really well right now, and it's slowing down that offense from Benton, Coach.
Yeah, good job lining up. It all starts with the linemen on defense, especially against these no-huddle teams. I can't say enough. Just getting your eyes where they're supposed to be and getting lined up is the main problem when you face these teams right here, and keeping your outside free. That way you keep that guy inside the pocket. Almost a one-handed interception right there by Tim.
Really, 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 really nice job there by the Texas High defense. What number was that? Is that 5? Yeah, Tim Austin. I was making sure. Coach, I can't see him on the shoulder, so they have to turn the front or back for us to see those numbers. But that's Tim Austin, the cornerback for Texas High. And a nice job there matched up on the big tight end, Cody Wilhite, who's had a couple big catches tonight. And, Coach, the defensive line from Texas High just playing phenomenal tonight. Benton's offensive line are really, really big, and they look really athletic, but those guys from Texas High are just wearing them out so far.
Absolutely. Speed kills on defense. Now, sometimes you sacrifice size for speed.
Coach, they're going to kick it to –
Don't kick it to that one. I'm telling you.
They're going to kick it to him again, and I'm not sure why. I kicked it to Tredarian Ball, and he'll make a couple guys miss. Get about 10 on the return. And they're going to mark it, let's see, the 49-yard line. So he will get across the 50 there. And David J. Potter will lead the offense out, and they'll start on the 49-yard line.
Really good field position coming back out.
That's right. Coach's first quarter is being brought to you by Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital. We appreciate Dr. Young and all of his staff over there at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital for all of their support for not only Texarkana Game Day, but all of the surrounding Texarkana area, including Texas High. So we appreciate him for everything that he does. So Texas High, with 4:24 left to go here in the first quarter, they'll trot back out on offense. David J. Potter going to set up the screen. He's going to get at the ball, and he's got a lot of room to work with. He gets down, gets hit about the 30, but breaks a tackle. He's going to carry it all the way to the end zone, folks. But there is a flag on the play. The coaching staff from Benton is pointing that it's going to go against Texas High. David J. Potter out on the field trying to get an answer, and it looks like from his body language it is going to go against Texas High, but an amazing play there.
Yeah, really good job on the
Ball.
Yeah, absolutely. The slow screen that, these aggressive defenses trying to get really hard on the pass rush and really slip that tailback into the flats and the screen, get 3 linemen in front of him. Really good job by the linemen. The key is you got them linemen can't release until them defense linemen get past their upfield shoulder. If not, they're going to pick the ball off. So really good job on the timing of that.
Really good job. Coach Stanford not happy with that call. He's out across the numbers letting the official know that he is not happy with that call. A nice job there by Tredarian Ball breaking those tackles. Looked like he was only going to have about a 7 or 8 yard gain there, and he broke it for 49, but that's just going to give them more room to pad those stats, Coach.
The stats, yeah. We're in the Madden era now. We're just trying to get those stats up, especially in this quarter.
Ball on the 46-yard line. This one going to be handoff to Johnson. He's up the middle. He's going to get a bunch of it back. He's going to get all the way down. They're going to mark him at the 39-yard line. A nice job. It's going to be 3rd down and about 1.
Really good counter play right there. The gap scheme where you're kicking and pulling. Probably look for him to do the exact same thing again.
Nice job there by Johnson. Man, what a 1-2 punch, Ball and Johnson. I mean, of course, there's athletes all over the field, but those two guys just doing some great work for Texas High tonight.
Yep, same play.
Going to give it to Johnson again, and he's going to dance around and get the 1st down. He's going to gain about 10 there on the play, going to move it down to the 31-yard line, and that'll be a Texas High 1st down.
See, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's a real traditional saying.
Is that
in
Eric
football.
Akins?
That could possibly be.
It may be. It may
Eric
be.
Akins. Good start though with Javari. You know, the run game getting it going early.
Yeah, nice job there. Javari Johnson putting some work in the backfield tonight for Texas High. So Potter, your quarterback, Javari Johnson in the backfield with him. He'll give it to Johnson again around the right side. A nice hole again by the Texas High offensive line, and he breaks away all the way down to the 10. Oh, almost a mishap there for Johnson. He had the ball ripped out, but he was right on the sideline, and it goes out of bounds at the 11. That's where they'll mark it dead.
Good outside zone play right there.
Right here on your Texar instant replay. Watch, 1 tackle broken, 2 tackles broken, and just almost loses the ball there, but a nice job there by Johnson with another big run. Coach, he may have 100 here in the first half.
He's definitely on track.
Heck, he may have 100 here in the first quarter. David J going to drop back to pass, looking to the end zone across the middle to TJ Gray, and just broken up right in the middle of the end zone, and so that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. The markers are lined up where the Tigers can actually get another 1st down on about the 1-inch line. So 2:34 left to go. The Tigers are leading 21-7. Going to hand it off to Johnson this time. A nice hole there for Johnson. Offensive line putting in that work tonight, Coach.
Absolutely. Coming back with that gap scheme, that counter. You get that good tight end and tackle double team. You get a dent the defense and really find some inside running lanes, especially against that defense. It's that 3-down look.
If you're tuning in on Texarkana Game Day, we appreciate you for tuning in. Give us a shout out where you're watching from. We'll try to give you some love if we can see it on there. Another handoff up the middle by Johnson. He's dancing around. He's getting all the way down. Let's see if they're calling it a touchdown. Touchdown Tigers.
Good second effort right there.
Man, what a nice job there by Johnson, dancing around, breaking a couple tackles. Man, just fighting hard for all of those yards. Looked like he was only going to get about 1 on the play. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he just breaks it down, bounces around all the way down to the goal line, and then pushes through 2 defenders to get that ball and stretch it out across the across the goal line. Perez on for the extra point. So that kick going to be wide right. So that's going to leave our score 27-7. Texas High jumping out to a big lead here in the first quarter. 1:48 left to go. There's Johnson again fighting to get across and stretching that ball out across the goal line for a touchdown here. Texas High will extend their lead by 20.
Javari wanted to get in there, that's for sure.
So, Coach, let's talk about some do's and don'ts tonight. I know we're already almost through the first quarter, but we've got a couple segments that we're going to do each and every week for pregame. But, of course, if you're tuning in, you know that we didn't have much of a pregame. We were going to kick off at 7:30, then all of a sudden they told us 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
We kicked off at 7:04, so we weren't ready. But here's some do's and don'ts tonight, of course. My first do that I had tonight was establish the run game.
Check.
And, check that one off.
Check.
If we had the capabilities, we put a big red check on there. And then keep tackling well. Those guys come out, and we talked about it in the first game of the tackling for Texas High. And then last week they showed lots of improvement there on the tackling. And then, Coach, over on the don'ts, we've seen a couple silly penalties there in the first quarter, but, Coach, they're doing a really, really good job. And so we want to make sure that they cut down on some of those penalties. And at least, like we talked about, those effort penalties are one thing, but the silly ones are what we want to try to cut out.
The pre-snap penalties are the one that kill you.
That's right. And so that kick from Perez is going to go into the end zone, and they decided they are not going to return that one because it hadn't been working very well for them. So they're going to let that one bounce in the end zone, and they'll come out and take it on the 25-yard line. Texas High defense will trot back out on the field. And here comes the Benton offense, led by senior quarterback Jeffrey King. So Jeffrey in the backfield, Greg Manning. They're going to hand it to him around the right side and just know where to go. He's met in the backfield, actually going to lose one on the play. Looks like that's going to be number 26, Tristan Powell, who hit him first along with a couple other Tigers there. And we do have one Tiger down. So while they take a break for this injury, we're going to take a break with them to show some love to our sponsors. And we'll be back with more Texas High football right here, live on Texarkana Game Day. Welcome back to Texas High, where the Tigers lead 27-7 over the Benton Panthers. A nice run here by Benton, going to get outside on the left side and tackled by, well, the whole defense from Texas High. So we'll just mark all of them down.
I bet Taquan Black, number 0, he's at the bottom of that pile. So usually the guy at the very bottom is the first one that made the contact.
Let's see who we could get here. Well, Coach, that'll be your call there, who we give that one to. But going to be a timeout for Texas High. We're going to stay here with you. 1:05. Well, the clock is still running. It should have been stopped, so they're going to put some time back on the clock there. Probably be about 1:10 on the clock when we come back. But, look, we got one more thing that we want to do each and every week. We've got Billy Lavender's Eye of the Tiger. That is a player that you want to keep your eye on each and every week. And this week's Eye of the Tiger player to watch is senior offensive lineman Evan Holman. Coach, you coached Evan.
Yep.
You're an offensive line coach. We'll just let you take this one away and tell us about him.
Well, Evan is everything you ask your offensive lineman to be. He's tough. He's super smart. He's athletic. He's a guy that never misses a workout in the summer. He leads all the group. He's that vocal leader on the field. Can't say enough about him, especially being a 3-year starter. One of the captains for sure. Great player. Really athletic. Fast.
Everything you want.
Everything you want out of a lineman.
Well, that is
really good player.
Yep, and that's why he is this week's Billy's Eye of the Tiger player to watch. So make sure you watch for
double nickel. That's
Evan
my
Holman.
old high
That's
school
right.
number.
Double 55. So they
nickel.
didn't put any time back on the clock. 55 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. A nice run there for the first down by Greg Manning. It's going to get them out across the 35 down to about the 38-yard line. Clock will stop momentarily while they move the chains. 47 seconds left to go here in the opening period. The clock will start, and it's running. Quarterback going to keep it this time. King, he's going to get out and slide down just across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. And
good job by Marcus Hall chasing him down, forcing him to get down.
So a gain of about 5 on the play there. Clock still running. 25 seconds left to go here in the opening period. We'll see one more play more than likely here by the Benton Tigers. Going to hand it off to Greg Manning. A lot of room around that right side. He'll power his way down across the 45, down to the 48-yard line, and they're going to say it's a first down. 13 seconds left to go here in the opening period.
Shaylin Cooper on the tackle. Called his name a few times. We got a guy on the field. We got away with one right there.
Yeah, and they're starting that a little bit early, Coach. I mean, the change, you know, they stopping the – they're trying to stop the clock to move the chains.
Set, that's for sure.
And they're not even moving the chains yet, and the ref is letting them go ahead and play. And so the clock will expire. That's the end of the first quarter. Feels like we've been here for a long time because the Texas High offense is on fire right now. They lead 27-7 over the Benton Tigers from Louisiana. We're going to take a short break here from Tiger Stadium, but we'll be back with the second quarter, more from Texarkana Gameday and TigerVision.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
What's it like at Texarkana College? Life-changing. Starting here means you can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here.
Welcome back here to Tiger Stadium. All you missed there was the snap, and number 1, Greg Manning, going to get about 2 on the play there around the left side. And nice job by the Texas High defense not to.
Tristan Powell making plays tonight, making plays.
So going to be handed off to Manning again. Nope, quarterback's going to keep it King, and he'll have a nice little gain there. I think he could have maybe got the first down, but it's only second down, so he'll step out of bounds there, about 2 yards shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, I'm going to give a shout-out real quick to Arlington, Texas. Our former tight end, number 87, Justin Leathers, and his family sitting in Arlington watching the game tonight. A good player for us back in the day, the old tight end, him and his daughter Leah and Ella. Always good to have them former Tigers watching.
That's right. We appreciate all of our former Tigers watching. We've had some fun years up here, Coach. I know this is your first year in the booth with us. You've been down on the sideline. Eric and I have called the games for a couple years now and had a really good time over the last few years calling these Texas High games. But you know, it's fun to call teams when you're winning.
It is. It's always everything's funner to talk about. You know, the players are funner to highlight. Good plays. Winning cures everything in this sport. There's no worse profession if you're losing than coaching. I promise you.
That's right. Or commentating for a team
we have to bring our wrestling talk back out if we were losing pretty bad.
That's right. If you miss that, you may want to go back and watch the first game of the season if you're a wrestling fan. We gave you about a 30-minute segment there on the old school WWF. But 11:32 left to go here before halftime. Tigers with a 20-point lead. Brian Bolt and Coach Jeremy Harrell here in the box with you tonight, bringing you the ball game along with Texarkana Gameday and TigerVision. So we're back to action. Going to be handed off to Manning up the middle, and not much going there.
Running to the wall.
He'll actually lose about half a yard there. It's going to bring up fourth down and about, well, let's say a long 2 there.
Long
Coach.
2, yeah. Running to the big 6'5" sophomore, Duncan McGee. He's a wall standing right there. Probably need to go to the other way.
Texas High defense trying to get another big stop right here on fourth down. Looks like they're going to take a timeout. And they will. Benton will call their second timeout. Excuse me. I guess it's just going to be their first. The Tigers have taken 2. But first timeout of the night for the Benton Tigers, and we're going to stay here with you. This timeout's brought to you by Texas A&M Texarkana. We appreciate them for being a sponsor of Texarkana Gameday and being our timeout sponsor this year for 2023. So each and every timeout this season is brought to you by Texas A&M Texarkana. And Coach, a good job so far tonight by the Texas High defense. If you are on the other sideline and it's 4th down and a long 2, and you haven't had much success against this defensive line from Texas High. What are you dialing up?
First thing you're going to do is you're going to try to get that quarterback outside of the pocket. Any kind of misdirection sprint draws or get him flushed outside to release anything in the flat is a good way to keep those guys. Right now they got their jumbo package, and they got a lot of beef over on the left side, and they got their big tailback at quarterback right here. So look for a big –
So Texas High going to take their final timeout of the half. Looks like we've got too many people on the field, or nope, or maybe we're just maybe we just got.
Yeah,
we're just lined up, not lined up right. But either way, we're going to take a timeout here, and we're going to take a timeout with them. So we'll be back. Texas High trying to make a big stop here on 4th down, and when we come back, we'll see what happens. Little wildcat action from the tailback, going to carry it around the left side, and he's going to be stopped, and that'll be turned over on downs. Big 4th down stop there by the Texas High defense.
Powell, 26, going sideline to sideline. We called his name a lot earlier.
That's right, we sure have. Here's your Texar instant replay. The Texas High defense stringing it out over to the sideline. Tristan Powell along with cornerback Tim Austin, along with another host of Tigers, just stringing it all the way out, and he actually lost some on the play there. And
great job by the defense. Early they were getting lined up, had some alignment issues, just adjusting to the no-huddle pace. And the last few series has been a really good job by Coach Wilson, Coach Hawk, getting everybody lined up. You can see them out in that timeout. They're getting everybody where they need to be. Good job by the D.
Tadarian Ball in the backfield now. Going to fake it to him. David J's going to roll out and throw to a wide open. Let's see who that was.
B-Hall.
That is Brandon Hall there, and just couldn't quite fit it in there to him. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
On that 3-level read, you got Knox in the flat. You got B-Hall in the corner right here, and TJ down the field.
While we got a little break in action, we've got Jason Swan tuning in and said that he wants to wish a happy birthday to his brother-in-law, Colin DeCops.
That might be the only guy I know that likes his brother-in-law.
So happy birthday, Colin.
So I guess my brother-in-laws ain't too bad.
Going to be a false start by Texas High. Thrown over here on the near sideline. So that'll move them back. It's going to be 2nd down and 15 for them. Texas High trying to get something going. 10:48 left to go here before halftime. If you like the halftime festivities, make sure you stay with us during halftime. We'll have the Texas High band. It looks like the Benton band is warming up as well, so I guess we'll have both of them at halftime. He's going to be handing off the ball around the left side. He is letting his blockers do their job. He's just jogging right along, and he'll get about 25 or so on the play. Nice job there by Ball. He was just gliding, Coach, letting those big offensive linemen. Here's your Texar replay. Look at those big guys out there.
Looks kind of like a deer just prancing down the sideline a little bit.
Give a shout out there to wide receiver TJ Gray as well, also doing a great job there with the blocking. And when you're a running back or anyone carrying the ball and you can just kind of glide behind those big bodies leading the way for you, it makes you feel a lot better from taking those big hits.
They feel safe behind the black jerseys right there.
So a quick pass out to the flats. That's going to be Brandon Hall who catches it there, and he's going to get about 5. Let's see, they'll give him 6 on the play. A nice job there, David J. Potter.
Yeah, really good job by David J. commanding the offense, getting everybody lined up, making his reads, throwing his hots if he needs to. Really good job completely maturing up as a quarterback. Really good job by 14.
Ball's going to come off the field, and Johnson will trot back out into the backfield for the Tigers. David J. getting his guys aligned where he wants it. Got a pulling guard there, and here goes Johnson right around the left side, breaking a few tackles. Coach, I don't know exactly what his stats are, but he's getting them on up there.
Hey, I tell you, between those two, Javari wants to get in the end zone because they rotate quite a bit at running back, and so they know if he don't score, the other one can score real quick, so they have a competition, I would imagine, just based off knowing those two. They're trying to see who can get in that end zone.
Well, whatever they're doing, we like it.
I love it, especially on that long trap right there. Starts with a good combo between tight end and the left tackle right there.
2 receivers split to each side. David J. in the shotgun. He is going to throw here on first down. He's going to throw it to the end zone. There's Brandon Hall. He makes the catch.
Perfect ball by 14. Perfect.
Right into the end zone, Brandon Hall with his first touchdown of the night, and there are no flags on the play.
I wish we could have got the replay of my man Josh Blackwell, 56, the right guard, trying to jump up and bump chest with the O-line coach because he got about an inch off the ground. Barely jump over a sheet of paper.
Perez on for the extra point. We'll see if we could get you a replay before we go to commercial here, so we can show some more love to Mr. Hall. A good snap, a good hold. This one is up, and this one is good. That's going to take our score 34-7. The Cadillac horn is blowing in the end zone, and we're headed to a commercial break. The Tigers on fire. Right after this replay, David J. just airing it out to his man B. Hall right into the end zone. You don't have to look that close, Mr. Judge. He is in there for a Tiger touchdown. We'll be right back.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium, where Brandon Hall just caught his second touchdown of the season. Perez is on the kick, and he'll pooch it over around the 20-yard line, and that ball is going to hit the ground and bounce. It's going to be scooped up about the 18, and he will go nowhere. A 3-yard return on the kick there. A nice job of Perez just to put it between two different
Really good job on
two different
coverage.
players, yeah.
Kickoff coverage, sprinting down. You got 11, really 10 guys sprinting down there. The kicker always thinks they're sprinting, but they're really not. They're trying to just get in somebody's way.
Really good job there. Here comes the Benton offense back out on the field. Probably help if I picked up their depth chart, wouldn't it?
So we'll just highlight the Texas High players.
So they're going to go with an empty set here. 9:23 left to go before halftime. They'll sling it out in the flats, and a couple Tigers trying to make some tackles there, and a nice job there. Coach, I'm not just going to talk about the tackle, but his stop, but he grabbed him up around the neck area, and without committing the penalty, just pulled him over to the sideline.
Smart player. Tristan, I'm telling you, we've called his name probably 10 times already. It's not even the second half yet.
Very, very smart play there by the Tiger linebacker. 9:15 left to go before halftime. King in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He drops back to pass. He's looking across the middle. Nobody's open. A good job by the secondary for Texas High, and an even better job there by
Kenneth
the defensive
Merriman,
line.
Number 54,
Yeah.
Kenneth Merriman on the really rugged pursuit.
Here on your replay, just watch these defensive linemen from Texas High flying in there.
Coach Hawk has been in them all week about pursuing the quarterback.
Duncan McGee and Alex Jones in on that play as well. The defensive line from Texas High just flying to the ball. Here's a big third down. Here's a little screen, and it's going to be incomplete. And if he caught it, Coach, I don't think he was going anywhere. Merriman was right in his back pocket.
He would have probably had to go see Dr. Young over there at the Texarkana Emergency Center because he was waiting on him.
So if you're watching this ball game, it looks pretty lopsided right now and on the Texas High side, but this Benton team is not a bad team, Coach. This Texas High defense is just playing lights out right now.
Yeah, they've settled in after that first drive. I mean, like I said, it's all about alignment on defense. If you're not aligned correctly, you will get your tail tore up.
Tredarian Ball back to receive. Coach, they're going to kick it to him again.
That coach must have signed a 2-year deal before the season because they can't fire him or they'll pay him off. But you don't make a living kicking it to 3.
Well, they kicked it over his head this time, and he'll let it roll all the way down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line, and that's where David J. Potter will trot out and start his next series. So everyone at home that is watching, we see all of the comments, and we are trying to get everything fixed for you. So just know that everything that you are letting us know about, we are working on it. I will leave it at that. Let you decide what I'm talking about or not talking about, and so we'll go from there. But David J. Potter will trot back out on the field for the Texas High offense. Ball in the backfield with him. He will hand it the ball around the right side. A nice block there by, let's see who that was. Let me find who that was. I don't have him on this one. Yeah, that's Joe Miller. I keep missing Joe Miller.
Yeah, Joe's the unsung hero right now.
Missing Joe Miller there. Joe Miller, if any of your folks are watching, I apologize, man. You're playing one heck of a game, and I keep overlooking you on this step chart.
I was messing with Joe yesterday at team dinner and telling him that they take him out during pass and throw it to Knox. I said, Coach Elliott, we got to get on Coach Elliott about leaving you in on pass plays.
Joe Miller doing one heck of a job again. I'm going to show him some love. Here comes a flag because they ripped Ball's helmet off, trying to get him to the ground, and very violently, if I must add, but slung it 10 yards down the field, and so that'll be a big penalty there for.
He shouldn't have to come off unless the helmet. If they call face mask penalty, he shouldn't have to come off. He might just need some rest from running all the.
Well, when you got Javari Johnson, why not? Bring him over, let him get a little rest there.
Javari had yesterday at team dinner. Javari had 2 full boxes of barbecue chicken at team dinner, and my man was wearing some chocolate chip cookies out. Dixie Diner catered the food last night at team dinner. It was fantastic, and I tried to eat a little bit healthy, but Javari was stuffing it with some chicken.
Getting his energy up for the night.
Told me he can't run that 4.4 with all that chicken in his stomach.
Well, whatever he ate last night, it gave him some gas tonight, and not in a negative way. Here's a long pass down the field, and it's going to go right over the head of number 2.
Come on, Cam Reitner, the sophomore.
Yep, Cam Reitner gave him a shot there. That's the backup quarterback. And they throw him in there, and he runs a deep post route and just threw his hands there. Could have had
really
his
good job.
touchdown.
Good protection up front. Javari really settled in with Evan Holman on that pickup right there. Really good job in the protection. Great ball by David J. David J's been on point tonight. After last week's start, they were off a few. Good start.
Second down and 10. Going to be a false start there by Texas High.
And Coach Stanford's going. See, it's always the offensive line's fault.
So it's going to be second down and 15 now. 7:27 left to go before halftime. Make sure you stick around for halftime. Going to have the bands from both schools here that will perform at halftime. And, of course, if you have never watched the Texas High halftime performance, you don't want to miss it. I'm not a big band guy myself, Coach, I'll admit it, but I enjoy watching Texas High at halftime.
Hey, I'm telling you, that tuba song will get you fired up. I really enjoy the band, especially down there on the field. Coaching offense, you don't have to hear it as much just because the band usually doesn't play a whole bunch when you're on offense, but defensively they get after it.
Ball back into the ball game, and he'll take it around the right side and be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd down and 15.
So he goes into those silly penalties. You know what I mean? The chances of getting the first down when you're backed up behind the sticks goes down considerably.
Tredarian Ball going to trot off the field. Javari Johnson back in to the ball game for the Tigers. We're going to have Montgomery and Brandon Hall wide to the left. Pilgreen and TJ Gray up top. Going to throw it out to the flats to Johnson there. He's going to make a couple men miss. Nice job, but it's not going to be near the first down. He's going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage. His helmet comes off again. Here's a replay. Our Texar instant replay makes one guy miss. Whoop. Another guy. Whoop.
Dang.
Just couldn't make enough people miss to get that first down. Coach, he had a long ways to go.
He's trouble in that open space. You know, really good call, though, by Coach Toon. You got a 6-up blitz right there in the back, releases to the boundary. Somebody's got to go cover him.
And so Perez on to punt it away for Texas High. First punt of the night for the Tigers. Good snap. Perez is going to take it. Lots of pressure, but he'll get the kick away. It's going to bounce about the 30-yard line, and it's going to be a Texas High bounce. Going to get inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line, and that's where Benton will come out and start their next drive. 5:50 left to go before halftime. Coach, those were the penalties that we were talking about just a few moments ago that you don't want to commit.
Yeah, if you look at each drive, if you can eliminate penalty, the drives that doesn't have all the pre-snap penalties and silly penalties like we were talking about earlier, normally they end with either some sort of points, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. But anytime you get backed up behind the chain, so to speak, the percentages of getting that conversion on first or to get a first down really go down.
So going to go back to the big tight end again. That's Will Height. He'll catch it. He'll get across the 35-yard line, and that'll be a first down for Benton. They're going an empty set, or at least they did there on first down. They'll have trips wide to the left side. Going to throw it again, looking for Will Height. Now they're going to go deep and just throw it out of bounds.
Right now they're the offense is kind of flustered. Defense is a really good job.
Yeah, defense doing a really good job. Really good job. And so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers from Benton. Wouldn't you like to have Will Height on your team?
He is a good-looking player, for sure.
He is, isn't he? He runs well. He's big. He's athletic.
It's the elbow pads that make him look the biggest.
Just elbow pad.
Yeah, little things.
Pad.
Like, yeah,
it's
pad,
just one.
singular.
You know? So King going to throw across the middle, intended for Will Height, and that one will be incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for Benton.
Really good job from the secondary tonight, staying on people, not turning people loose other than the first series. Really good job. Tackling's been a lot better as well. I know Coach Stanford was really stressing tackling all week.
5:29 left to go before halftime. King going to air it out again, and he's got a man, and he overthrows him. Had a guy down the sideline that just got away from the cornerback there. If he would have made a perfect throw, that would have been the only way.
Yeah, Roman White, really good job covering him. He's in that hip pocket, and you can throw it as far as you want as long as it goes out of bounds.
That's right. So
really
nice
job
job there again by
yeah.
the Texas High defense. That secondary stepping up big time tonight. That's going to bring up 4th down, and that's going to send Tredarian Ball back. He'll stand about the 26-yard line and await the punt. 5:23 left to go before halftime. The clock is stopped after that incomplete pass. Good snap, and here's the punt. They're going to try to kick it away from Ball. He's going to go and get it. He'll take it about the 27-yard line. He's going to get across the 40 over to the 50, and he'll be thrown out of bounds right across the 50. They'll give him the 49-yard line is where he is out of bounds. That's where David J. Potter will trot out and lead this Texas High offense for their next series.
If you're going to kick the ball to him, you might as well just go for it.
That's right. Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, the net ain't even 10 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
might as well just go for it.
We're going to get to some of these comments on Facebook here in a moment when we have a break in action. So make sure if you got a favorite player or you want to give somebody a happy birthday shout out, or maybe where you're watching from, we'll try to get you on here.
Tell them, or we might block you. We might block Craig Jenkins.
Yeah, yes,
we might block you too.
There's certain people that we may block. That's right.
Really good job right here on
nice job
really
there.
Good job. Knox is leading him in there on the counter.
Look at those offensive linemen down the field. Number 56.
That's big Quay Ford, the big left tackle. Big freshman.
Absolutely.
Yep, big freshman rolling. Good job by Damian Chisholm, the left guard. Big athletic group up front.
Right guard Joshua Blackwell down there along with Pilgreen leading the way right there, and that's going to be a first down for the Tigers just inside the 35-yard line down to the 34.
Good max protection, stop and go up top.
A little pump action going for TJ Gray, and he's going to catch it right on the sideline all the way down to the 7-yard lines where they're going to mark it. A nice job there by David J. Potter. TJ Gray gave him a little move, a little pump and go there, and just threw it down, and a nice job, nice ball placement there by
He's the only
David
one that can
J.
catch
Potter.
it.
That's right. That's exactly where you coach him up to throw it, and he threw it exactly to the right spot, and they're all the way down inside the 10 and knocking on the door. 4:30 left to go before halftime. We were going over here to Brandon Hall. It's going to be a false start on the offense.
Got to get him set. That's on David J. You got to get him set.
We had TJ Gray and Brandon Hall stacked over here on the bottom side of your screen. They were going to throw it out there to Brandon Hall and see if he could work his way into the end zone there.
That's when you always say you want to go fast, but you don't want to be in a hurry. I mean, you want to make sure everybody's set.
Going to call that one on the left tackle from Texas High, and they'll make a change there. Bring him off to the sideline and talk with him just a little bit. Going to go with the same formation. They're going to fake it out here to Hall and hit TJ now, huh?
Yeah, probably so. We're going to look at that guy inside there. Good handoff.
Going to hand it to TJ Ball right up the middle. He's got some room, and he fights all the way down to the 2-yard line, and that's where he'll be stopped. It's going to be 3rd down and goal for Texas High. 4:10 left to go before halftime. The clock is running. Texas High with a nice lead and knocking on the door for another one here.
I know T-Ball, he's wanting the ball, that's for sure.
Heather Swink tuning in, class of
I
2012.
David J will probably keep it right here.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, no, he hands it off.
He gives it to Ball. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but they're not going to stop him across the goal line for another Tiger touchdown.
Yeah, sometimes them quarterbacks can get a little selfish down there, especially against them pinch defenses. When they just stack everybody inside, you pull it and get around the edge, get a free Texarkana Gazette picture for the next day. And, you know.
David J. Potter, he doesn't even look like he's sweating. Comes off, look at him. He's got nice hair.
He's as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah, yeah. Down there getting him a little sip of Gatorade, getting ready to go back out. And we got some people in the comments. Alonzo Tice. He wants him to put 80 up like Oregon.
Tice used to play for us. He's a good player.
If we keep at the rate we are, Tice, they're going to put 80 up tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's your replay. Ball getting across that goal line once again for a Texas High touchdown. And, Coach, it never gets old saying that, but I got a feeling we're going to say it a lot tonight. So,
yeah, really good game as a whole. You know, the coming out, like we said, coming into this game, we wanted to start fast on both sides of the ball. And I think that leaving the first quarter, you can pretty much say that we started fast and kind of eliminated some pre-snap penalties from last week. And really the receiver and quarterback, they were on the same page last week. There was a lot of built-in excuses as far as the sun was up there. We were so high up we couldn't see anything. Birds were flying underneath us. But really good start as a whole, special teams included. Really good job.
Perez trots out with the kickoff team. before we get this kickoff with 3:42 left to go before halftime, we want to give some love to our sponsors that make all of this happen each and every week. Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, State Bank, Gregor Auto, Washington Academy, Rocasa, Reliance, Texas A&M Texarkana, Texar, Commercial National Bank, and, of course, the people that are bringing you the stream each and every week, working the cameras, TigerVision. We appreciate TigerVision for making all of this happen each and every week. And our man Doty, who is here producing tonight, a Texas High alum.
There's always a guy behind the scenes.
That's right.
And he is our guy.
Doty's up here helping out, making it work. All we got to do, Coach, is just show up and talk.
We can just show up about 42 seconds before the game starts, too, and just go live and just roll with it.
You know, we're usually a little bit more prepared than that. I'm not gonna pump us up and say
hey,
we're
I will
prepared.
say the first game I did with you up here, I didn't know what to expect, and I walk in there and there's monitors out. There's about 20 people in here, and they hand me a headset, and we go on, and I'm like, what are we doing? But really good job by TigerVision and Doty always keeping us in line. But super fun to be here, man. I'm glad you're back.
Well, I appreciate it.
I told him last week when you were hunting, I said, I didn't even know people hunted anymore. What's he hunting, dove? I was like,
I was hunting doves last weekend, yeah.
I didn't know people still hunted.
Yeah, and deer season, duck season is going to be here before we get to the end of the season. But 3:20 left to go here before halftime. We got an injury on the field. We are going to take a break right now to show some love to State Bank, and we'll be back after this break on the field with more Tiger football right here live on TigerVision and Texarkana Gameday.
What's it like at Texarkana College? Life-changing. Starting here means you can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here.
Welcome back to Grimm Park, where the Tigers lead 41-7 over the Benton Tigers from Benton, Louisiana. We are inching closer to halftime. 3:15 on the clock. The clock is running at second down and about 8 for the Benton Tigers. And they are letting the clock run. I guess they're just trying to make it to halftime.
That's a good plan for them right now. We're on pace to go 82.
Going to take the snap and hand it off. We got a new running back in the game for the Benton Tigers, but the same result. He's going to they're going to give him a yard. I'm not sure that he got a yard, but they're going to give him a yard.
Yeah, big Cedric Harper on the tackle, 58. Really good job in the middle.
Yeah, nice job there, Cedric Harper. And then let's see what those linemen like to pull their jerseys up. Can't quite get you.
Yeah, they got their stomach hanging out. A lot of them D linemen really think they're in shape, and they are. They're round, except for Taquan Black. He's got a pretty good washboard stomach.
Is it because they want people to see it, or are they trying to get some air in there?
You know, I think it's more cosmetic than anything. But a lot of them inside guys probably more air. Them outside guys are for look.
Long pass down the sideline. It's going to be caught. That's going to be number 12, Jackson Jones. They hit him right down the sideline, and a nice pass there, but there is a flag on the play. So before we get too excited, let's see. It's thrown around, or we might have holding, and it will be holding. So that one not going to count on the stat sheet. Going to bring it all the way back and mark it off. And we're going to play third down again, Coach.
Yeah, really good job on the pressure to force a hold. You know, a lot of times them O-linemen, I tell them, if you get beat, grab them. I mean, we don't want them to hit the quarterback for sure offensively. A really good job pressure right there to force the hold. I thought he might have stepped out of bounds before he caught the ball anyway. But either way, it's third and long.
2 minutes left to go before halftime. Give a shout out to Dave Taylor. Said he is from West Monroe, Louisiana. Moved here a year ago and is supporting the Tigers.
That's where the old Duck Commander is.
That is.
Duck Commander.
That is where they are. Not far from Benton, Louisiana, where these Tigers over here wearing purple and white are from. Benton trying to get to halftime as quick as they can. 1:40, the clock is running. They're letting the clock run all the way down, and they're going to call a timeout here. It's 3rd down and 15. 1:38 left to go before halftime. Coach, let's look through some of these comments, give some shout-outs while we got a little time here. Let's see. We're going to go through
start
these.
firing them comments at us, and we'll get you.
Justin Leathers, he enjoys you being on
Yeah,
here.
he was my childhood friend. Like I said, he was the tight end on our state championship team in 2002. Number 87 caught a touchdown in the state championship game. Stole my Texarkana Gazette pictures. Got his hands up in a touchdown. He was on the front page, and couldn't be more happy for him.
Coach, everybody likes you on here.
Yeah, well, I've been around the school. A lot of opinions vary.
Nobody ever comments on there and says, hey, Brian Bolts or Billy. Well, they do. Everybody loves Billy Lavender. But look, I don't need any love. I'm just glad I could be here with you.
I'm just glad you're back so I don't have to do play-by-play because I started struggling. If it wasn't for Doty, we would never even have had an entrance or an exit on this thing with any of these ads. I mean, I'm just happy that you're back, so I can just add in a little bit here and there.
Well, if it helps you out, Coach, I'll be here. If it helps you out.
Hey, I always enjoy this.
Doretta Hunt tuning in from Dallas.
D-Town.
Let's see. We're back to action here. I'm going to put my phone down. We'll try to get some more in before halftime. A long pass to his running back, and he overshoots everybody. Going to bring up 4th down.
Marcus Hall good on the coverage, running stride for stride with him.
Clock will stop at 1:32 before halftime. Let's see. Donnie Harrison, shout out to class of 09.
Chase Walker. Good shout out to my man Chase. Ashley Carlo. That's Briley Barron's mom, the San Diego State alum, a former lineman last year. I told him, I said, enjoy that California dreaming.
Diane Moore tuning in from Atlanta, Georgia, class of 83. Coach, were you alive in 83?
I was not born yet. 2 years after that, I was here in 85. So.
Let's see, Jacoby Brewer, did you get them 2016
I
alumni?
Jacoby was a really good defense end. His motor never stopped.
And Javon Anthony, maybe the person watching from the furthest away, all the way over in Nash, Texas.
Nash, Texas, class of 09.
Big town of Nash, Texas, representing 09. Trent Hankins cheering on T-High. So, Coach, I'm from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Knew nothing about Texas High other than playing them in a few sports over my lifetime. And, over the last couple of years, being able to do these games and, do baseball games as well, I've really become a Texas High fan. And so, I enjoy doing these games and seeing all these, alumni watching the games and supporting, and just a lot of people support that used to go to school here and stuff, and that's really good for not only the community but for the kids.
We have a really good fan base,
yeah.
I'm telling you. And you get a lot of former cheerleaders, former band members, former drill team, even TigerVision.
Cody Reese. Cody Reese is watching.
Cody Reese, the quarterback from last year. My man Cody Reese is coaching at UCA right now. Just took a L last week against Oklahoma State, but he did say it was a really great experience. Great job by B. Hall on the smash route.
Oh, and he's trying to break it and get to the end zone. My man, just go down. There you go.
Really
oh,
good job.
My goodness. We are under a minute, 43 seconds left to go. David J. Potter throws a ball up, and it was just nothing against David J. It was a little underthrown, and Brandon Hall just goes up over the cornerback. Here's your instant replay, your Texar replay. Brandon Hall just goes up and mosses him. Somebody, please clip that. They still do that?
Hey, yeah.
They still do that on Sunday?
You got mossed.
Yeah,
somebody
clip that.
Monday night countdown. We've had 2 people on
yes,
that.
Yes, you have. Texas
Clayton
High.
Smith was on it once, and then Ron Sellers was on it.
Morgan Smith, if you're watching, you clip that and send it in.
He may not get all that service way up in Alaska. He's probably on a big ship.
Well, he can always text Doty and tell him to do it.
Good job on the pull down right there. Right off his hands.
Throwing it to the end zone there, and that's going to be incomplete. Was intended for Shavonte Montgomery. It's going to be incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down. I smell some food.
We got
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
King is here.
Billy Lavender has entered the building. I knew I smelt Mexican food. Or nope, it's gravy.
He's going to dip some chips in some gravy?
No, he's got gravy on his potatoes and his steak fingers, and then he's got a little salsa and chips over here. That's heartburn waiting to happen for old people like Billy.
7 route is always open, Cody Reese. I told the quarterbacks it's not hard. Just throw it to the guy that's open. There he is.
Going to Pilgreen to the end zone. Thought we were going to get a flag there, and we do from the back judge. He's going to throw it in all the way from the back of the end zone. And, yes, Billy, that was a great tackle there, but he did not have the ball, so he won't get that one in the stat book. Well, he will, but not in the positive way. So Pilgreen running a little post corner route there and gets tackled from behind.
Shout out to the class of 79, Vance Ferguson.
79.
79.
Well, you know, Billy, you were alive in 79.
Pass interference on the defense. We get a score right here, make it 48-7. I think we can relax for the night.
May see some other guys get on the field here in the second half.
I'm going to give you a little bit of coaching point right here.
What you got?
The reason it is not good to coach defense, okay, because defensive coaches are always mad. Right now they've given up 7 points. If you bring in some young players just to get them some reps, and they need them, you know, a lot of times you get a little bit careless, start giving up points, and everybody's mad.
Yep.
So that's one of the good reels I switched to offense, because you can always punt the ball, but you can't punt it on defense.
Going to roll out and hit Brandon Hall in the end zone. That's going to be another Tiger touchdown. 8 seconds left to go before halftime, and the Tigers are just pounding it in the end zone right now.
47-7.
Perez on for the extra point. Ref looking for the ball. It's marked on the extra point line there.
Yeah, one of my former linemen just texted me and said, Matthew Lingle, the 7 route is always open. You are correct, Biscuit. Started his nickname
Got a new
in
kicker.
8th grade.
Got a new kicker on the field, Coach. Let's see who this is.
It should be Leva.
That is, well, by the roster, it's Delk. Is that who it is?
Oh, yeah, Delk.
Franklin Delk. Okay.
Frank Delk.
Franklin Delk comes on, and his first extra point of the year is good. 48-7.
Soccer program is good.
Here's your Texar instant replay. Threw it right over the head of Pilgreen. You know what? I was a tight end. I was a slot receiver / tight end, and I would have reached up and caught that.
I know.
Pilgreen is a great kid, though. He knew it wasn't coming to him, so he wanted his man B. Hall to get the touchdown. And so, Doty, you want to go to a commercial or just stay here? Doty says yes. We're going to go to a commercial. When we come back,
have to do what we're told.
Yep. We come back, we're going to have the last 8 seconds of the first half, and then we're going to give you the halftime entertainment. We'll be right back.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time
on our building maintenance crews.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. The clock is ticking down, down, down. See if they let it run. They're going to stop it. Nope, they're not going to stop it, and nobody's going to complain. It's 48-7. The Texas High Tigers, a demanding lead over the Tigers from Benton, Louisiana, and they're going to trot off the field to the locker rooms. We're going to take a break with them, and when we come back, we're going to have bands from both schools put on the halftime performance. And then before we enter back into the second half, we're going to have the best entertainment in the land, the Tiger King himself, Billy Lavender, when he gets done eating whatever he's up here eating. Lord, he's got a buffet behind us. So we're going to let Billy finish smacking up there, and then he's going to jump on here after the bands. But make sure you come back and watch the halftime performance, and we'll have more Tiger football right after this.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, Orr BMW, Orr Cadillac, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Super Center. In Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, the Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorrauto.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Benton High School Tiger Marching Band. Benton High School.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
What's it like at Texarkana College? Life-changing. Starting here means you can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here.
Texas, Texarkana Independent School District is proud to present to the field the 23-24 Texas High Steppers. Under the direction of High Steppers have practiced for 45 years. Over the past 4 decades, for Texas High Steppers, Texarkana has offered to our city and received numerous awards and recognition in both state and national competitions. Several officers are Junior Lieutenant Lauren Friday, Junior Lieutenant Ovia Justin, Junior Lieutenant Natalie Robinson, Senior Lieutenant Liberty Maldonado Owen, and Senior Captain Cameron Dean. High Stepper of the Week is Bella Harrington. Our Teacher of the Week is Security Guard Mrs. Tashina Witherall. Thank you for everything you do, Ms. Witherall, at Texas High School. Our performance tonight dedicated to you. Tonight, the High Steppers will entertain you with a song routine to Good Time. Ladies and gentlemen, your Texas High Steppers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Texas High Steppers. And now the Texarkana Independent School District proudly presents for your halftime entertainment the award-winning Texas High School Tiger Marching Band. The Tiger Band is under the direction of Arnie Lawson, Steve Bennett, Emily Goff, Dominique Phillips, Crystal Davis, Ryan Hathaway, Dixis Howard, Carmen Montoya, and assisted by Daryl East and Connor Corbett. The Tiger Band led on the field tonight by drum majors senior Katie Russell and junior Xavier Briggs. Tonight we feature the first movement of our 2023 competition show entitled Liquid Gold. And now, Texas High Band, please welcome the Tiger Marching Band. the Texas High School Marching Band. Band captain is Robbie Singali. Other officers are Senior Lieutenant Luis Castaneda, Junior Lieutenant Kelsey Patel, Sophomore Lieutenant Leo Williams, and Freshman Lieutenant Raheem Perez. And members of the Woodman, Wilson Patel, Percussion, Ryan T. Walker, Color Guard, Ariel Johnson, and Brass, Hugh Lassiter. Texas High Marching would like to thank the Tigers.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
I don't know where you want us at. Oh, are we live?
We are live.
We're live.
Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't say anything.
Black jump man.
Well, we're trying to get our
Best.
mics back on.
We good. We have
Yeah,
the
hey,
Tiger King.
let's do like those videos on TikTok and stuff. Where'd you get it from? Or where'd you, what brand
This
it
is compliments of Jerry S. Stanford. Appreciate that. This was last year's coaching year. I had it up in the closet, but we do got a good Jumpman logo here. Nice, thin. Even got a hoodie for the rain. If we need to, we can put that up.
This is what people tune in for, to get the real stuff.
Well, welcome back
This
to Tiger
is Lulu,
Stadium.
and these are Nike outlets. Sorry, go ahead.
That's right. The Tigers coming out on the field to warm up for the second half. They got a pretty demanding lead, 48-7 over the Benton Tigers from Louisiana. Billy, you've been down on the field for most of, well, I say all the game. You were down there for 3 hours before the game, warming up with the team.
And didn't get my blow up for them to run out. But anyway, they were ready. Tiger King wasn't ready, but they were ready, and they came out firing on all cylinders. And I think Coach Harold talked about it. These games are not what you want to coach in, and you don't get a lot out of the second half, but you get to put some people in to get them some reps and get to see what you got when the lights come on Friday nights.
Coach, do we see the starters come out for the first drive of the second half? Or
Normally on this, you've got a set number of series, maybe 1 to 2 series, depending on how the things go. Obviously, with a lead this big, you're probably going to get one good series, and then let's start rolling in some younger people to get them some action. But it's definitely better to be an offensive coach in this type of game than a defensive coach, because when you get younger defensive guys, offensive guys, we can punt the ball. Defense, you can't punt. And so normally if you have a whole bunch of young guys that make some mistakes and then you give up points, everybody's mad. That's why defense it's not good to be a defensive coach.
Couple of shout-outs. Volleyball tonight, I don't know if y'all heard, won 3-1 against White House. White House really good, so it was a really, really big win. And volleyball just keeps on rolling, man. That train, Coach Trotter and Coach Holland, they have them really playing well. It's worth going out to see them because they are fundamentally sound, well coached, and kind of they're hitting on all cylinders right now. So they could go deep. And another thing, tomorrow night at 7:00, Miss Texas High. Sorry. Same thing, about on the same deal. Stacy Mayo is running that, and you see the Tigers running out right now. But 7:00, and you can get tickets at the door for that.
Billy, what do you expect from the Tigers here in the second half? You've been down there on the field. Tell us a little bit about what you've seen in the first half down there and what you expect for the second half.
Coach Harrell, he likes number 3, and that kid is special. And I was talking with Coach Stanford's dad down there, and he's running right, and he said that kid, you can't coach that. And but anyway, Potter's, it looked like what did y'all see from up here? The ball to Cam Reitner down there, was it good?
Went right in his hands.
Dang, I was hoping
right
he caught that.
Hands.
He's getting some work, and a few bang up injuries down there, but nothing detrimental. And I just look for us to come out, set the tone again in the second half, and then get some more people in, and continue to score.
Well, you heard it here first. That's the Tiger King himself, Billy Lavender. We appreciate Billy for joining us up here for the halftime festivities. I think he got a second plate while he was up here too, so he's good and full. He's going to head back down and cheer from the stands for the second half. So,
Go
Billy,
Tigers.
we appreciate you, buddy.
Go Tigers. Appreciate y'all.
All right, that's Billy Lavender each and every week here on Texarkana Game Day. Brings you your halftime insight and our pregame with Billy each and every week. He picks one player, the eye of the Tiger, a player for you to keep an eye on during the game, and I think he picked a pretty good one.
Yeah, Evan
pretty
Holman.
good one tonight.
55,
and,
the senior right tackle, Evan Holman, really good player.
So the Benton Tigers tee it up, and we are underway for the second half. Going to kick it off over to, oh man, don't kick it to him. That's Tredarian Ball. He's going to bring it all the way back to the other side of the field. He's going to get about 15, 17, 8. They give him 18 yards there on the return. A nice job there by Tredarian Ball. Coach, you got all those guys. You got 11 guys on the field, Coach. Or you could just kick it out of bounds, and you kick it to him. What are you thinking?
You're living dangerously anytime you kick it to him. I don't know if the head coach over there is just trying to work on certain types of kickoff coverage, but either way, it's not a good situation. Right now, I think we may have some sort of weather delay.
So we are there. Coach Stanford is out. There you go. You got a Coach Stanford's out pointing. Looks like we've got a 30-minute lightning delay. So if you are watching right now,
30 minutes from the last lightning strike.
Woo, Coach, I don't know if we've got enough to talk about for 30 minutes. We got any videos or anything we can run? Doty's scrambling over here. We're going to figure out what we're going to do for the next 30 minutes. Huh?
We can do.
We're already past that. So Coach is out over close to the 40-yard line talking with the officials. There was a lightning strike, and so by the rules here, we've got to have 30-minute delay from the lightning strike. Coach, Do they have to clear the stands as well?
Everybody has to get out. We might have a way to fill this 30 minutes
now.
Wow.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Todd Marshall in to continue with our WWF, WCW Monday Night Wars.
Did you call that lightning delay so you could do this?
I had I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment.
So if anybody's upset that we're under a lightning delay, it really wasn't a lightning delay. Mr. Marshall went down and flashed his camera out in the parking lot so it looked like lightning, and so he could come up here and talk some more wrestling. But
maybe we ought to just stream a little wrestling, do a little play-by-play from some old school tapes.
Or we could just let you two wrestle, and I'll referee up here.
I'll go ahead and tap out right now.
Anything we can do to pass this next 30 minutes, I think would be a good thing to do. But You know, Mr. Marshall's all I was talking to him earlier. I said, "At what point are you coming up?" He said, "Oh, I'm coming up there."
Well, he was up here pregame.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to be with us all
yeah,
night.
I almost did. Well, my family showed up, so I figured I need to go see them for just a little bit.
Well, look, you've been down there watching the game. Tell us what you're seeing from the Tigers from your point of view so far.
Well, I think we've executed very well on offense. Defense has come up with some big stops. They kind of withstood that first drive that let a guy get open and made a really good play. And I think there's been a couple of times where the momentum, it seemed like it had a feel it could be a back and forth game, but the Tigers just made a big stop here and there, and then a big play on offense and kind of just shut it down for the Benton Tigers. So
yeah, I think settling in early defensively, like I said, when you face these no huddle teams that like to go fast, they live and die by getting you out formation a lot. And so I Coach Hawk and Coach Wilson do a great job with the defense. And that first series, we have we turn a guy loose, and all of that is just alignment stuff, alignment and assignment football. Really good job since then, settling down and getting 3 and outs and forcing, them to punt the ball to number 3 for us. So
yeah, and a good job by the defensive coaching staff coming out, like you mentioned. They're the offense from Benton wanting to go quickly, no huddle, and got out and got a touchdown on the board early, and then the defense just made the adjustment, and that quick stuff wasn't working for them anymore, and you just saw it. It all kind of started falling apart from there.
Yeah, no huddle offense is usually you live and die by the speed of the tempo, because if you're going fast and you get off the field in a hurry, now your defense is back out, they're tired. So if you can get that first down offensively and no huddle stuff, then you can get in your rhythm and start getting in and out of formations and plays. But when you get 3 and out or you get backed up in long yardage situations, the tempo can hurt you just as much as it can help you in this no huddle stuff.
We joking around about the wrestling, and we've already got people on there commenting who their favorite wrestlers are. So we see your comments, and
a little bit, a few Stone Cold Steve Austin references.
That's right.
Yeah, we got some of those.
So everybody's kind of throwing it out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a real big hit. I think we, for the most part, everybody appreciates a good wrestling segment, especially in a weather delay. I mean, it's 48-7. I think the play of the game speaks for itself right now.
Exactly. So I gotta say, when you're in this situation, Coach, we just come out for half. We kick off. We run 10 seconds off the clock in the third quarter. Lightning strikes. Everyone goes back in. What are you doing now? What are they doing in the locker room?
First thing I usually do is I'll tell my linemen to take your shoulder pads off. If you need to, take your shoes off. Because if it's lightning, a lot of times there's rain involved, so your feet are wet. And a lot of times we'll know that going in that there's a possibility of weather delay. So for instance, one game we would have another uniform, the same type of uniform, just a duplicate, where we would change pants, change tops, change socks, change shoes, just to come out, especially if the game's tight, just to come out feeling fresh. And as soon as we get in, our school does a really good job furnishing our food services, all of our drinks, Gatorades, waters, those things, so staying hydrated, especially early in the year. But really, and a lot of times, what Coach Stanford's telling them right now is as soon as they get in, he'll tell them break off into position groups. And for instance, the O-line will be in one section, the D-line will be in one, quarterbacks get all the good stuff, so they have their own room with their own little whiteboard, because Coach Toon will have them going over. Quarterbacks always get the best stuff anyway, but they stick the lineman over there in the far corner away from everything.
Like a true offensive lineman.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. But basically, you're just going out because they have all these plays charted, and so what you do is everybody gets a print out of the chart, and you go, all right, this series we went this was our formation. These were the alignments. What do we like? What do we not like? What are some things we can adjust? Whether it be run schemes, pass protection, if you have those issues. The defense, the main deal, like I said, it's when you play these no-huddle teams, it is alignment and an assignment football, because if you get misaligned, bad things happen when you face these no-huddle teams. But Coach Stanford, he's forcing everybody to their position groups, and they're getting off their feet, take their clothes off, or not clothes, but their shoulder pads and their shoes and those type of things. But you're just trying to decompress just a little bit, but we got a good.
Somebody wants to know if you and I played sports together in high school. They said they knew that we're from Lafayette and Columbia County area, and they want to know. No, I'm actually only 25, and Todd, what are you now? 53,
no,
somewhere around? No,
I'll just say I'm in my 40s, so unfortunately, no.
No, Todd is a little bit older than I am, so we didn't play against it. Did you go to Louisville or Stamps?
I grew up in Stamps.
Okay.
So I went to Stamps High
So
School.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mention Louisville. Then.
Yeah.
See, we were Red Devils.
Yeah.
So and you were Yellow
Yeah.
Jackets.
So you can see my statue when you drive through Stamps.
Yeah.
Tim, you can get through Stamps in a hurry, can't
That's
you?
right. We've got there's some nice things at Stamps. Got a Jimmy's Drive-In. There's a Sonic.
No, there's not a Sonic anymore. They shut it down.
CNC Packing over in Stamps.
It is CNC.
Worked over there for a long time.
Yeah.
So
Everybody worked at CNC, didn't they?
a lot of people did. Good place.
Learn how to cut meat.
A lot of things over there. So. A lot of good things.
Yeah.
Good
But
place.
But we appreciate everybody for hanging in there and tuning in. We'll get through this lightning delay as quick as we can. And Dodie, who else is playing tonight? Do we have any other teams playing tonight? We'll see if we can get you some scores from around the area, at least locally around here. See if we can. If you know any local updates, comment them on the Facebook feed, and we'll see.
We do have a former Tiger, the Class 2000, John W. Crossland. We call him Big Duke. Used to play the interior D line for the Tigers back in the day. We're getting shout-outs right now, so if y'all want to fire some shout-outs to us.
It's a big shout-out.
Braden Tucker, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, is a former lineman.
There you go.
See, it always converts back to a good wrestling segment.
Because,
downtown.
back in those days, that's what you did. You come out here on a Friday night at Grimm, get you a big win, get through the weekend. Sunday, you may have a good pay-per-view to watch. You never know. Go to everybody's house. Everybody pitch in $5 or $10, depending on how many people you got. Watch a good wrestling pay-per-view. Go home, go to school Monday, enjoy the win, enjoy
all the wrestling moves
ready
on
for
your
Monday Night Raw.
Get ready for Monday
Nitro.
Night Raw. That's right. So or not Monday
Absolutely.
Nitro. So there you go. And you start the week over. So it's a great time.
Then go to school on Tuesday, get in trouble because you're trying all the moves on your
trying all
friends
the
on the
moves,
playground.
Got
Yeah.
somebody putting a sharpshooter over there.
Sharpshooters talking in class about what happened the night before on Raw, or did you flip over and watch Nitro?
That's right.
As long as you don't get a can of spray paint
NWO. You don't want to graffiti anything NWO related. But.
Well, let's revisit that here in just a second, the NWO. But let's look at a couple scores around the area. Atlanta and New Boston playing. New Boston leads 7-0. They are in a lightning delay as well. Jefferson and DeKalb playing. Jefferson leading DeKalb 7-0. Let's see. Tyler Legacy and Longview playing. Longview leading 28-7. They are in a lightning delay as well. That Jefferson and DeKalb game is final, so that was the final score, 7-0. Queen City 32 over Como Picton. That is, they're in the second quarter right now, so Lord have mercy. They're going to be here till midnight.
They're going to be there for a while.
Let's see.
Late start. Probably had a late start on that one with Lightning, I would guess.
Liberty Ilo leading Mount Pleasant right now. They're in a lightning delay. They're leading 12-7. And let's see here. Hooks, they're down right now. They're in a delay as well. They're down to Winsboro, 21-13. Mod, they're in a delay as well. They're behind right now to Mount Enterprise. Where is that at?
Mod, Texas?
No, Mount Enterprise. I know where Mount
Enterprise. I was about to say I live in Mod. My wife called me. I'm assuming that there's a delay. She just tried to call me.
Okay, Eric.
Mount Enterprise is somewhere near on their way to Carthage. I don't know the exact highway.
Well, Mod's down to them 16-12 right now. They're in a lightning delay.
Going into it, I think if they knew that'd be the situation, I think that they would take it right now. The Mount Enterprise is supposed to have a pretty good team.
Let's see. Last one we got, Redwater is down 13-8 over, what is that, Winona? Is that how you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know about these Texas towns.
Lots of good close games in East Texas tonight. A lot of good tight games, good high school football, people competing, kids out getting after it, and a lot of close games. That Hooks Winsboro score is interesting. That's a big game in East Texas this weekend. Two state-ranked teams, and then again all these area teams here. I was just getting a text that the lightning's been really bad around here. Trees getting struck in people's yards, and so it's around for sure. So, but I mean, I'll give a shout out though. Our Tiger fans are sticking in here and they're hanging out or staying around. I guess they're not really hanging out in the stands, but. It's exciting. And
we'll give a shout-out, too, to the Little Tigers tomorrow. They play tomorrow here at Grimm Stadium. All our Little League football team, Tackle Football League, the Little Tigers, come out and support them.
Support them. It's always fun.
It's always fun to watch those little guys run into somebody.
I'll tell you something else, too. I mean, I know we're kind of wishing we were watching football, but there's a lot. This rain that came through earlier brought a little bit of a front through us. It feels like a fall football
I know.
night.
That's what we were talking about. Me and Bolt, we were down on the field pregame, and I'm telling you, nice weather, good breeze.
I mean, the last time we were here was
Oh my gosh.
blazing hot, 108. So we're
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
we're
it was so
nice.
hot outside. It's about 86 in here.
Yeah.
Right now our windows are fogging
That's
up.
right. So
Pleasant Grove going to play tomorrow. Midland Christian, they'll play at 1 o'clock tomorrow at Children's Health Stadium. Where is that at?
it's a Prosper.
Prosper,
High
okay.
School.
That's some good random quality. That was a good. How do you know that?
I know
You're the
things.
man. You're
Knowledgeable.
You know things.
Knowledgeable.
Yeah, there you go.
So I did something special for you this week.
Oh,
Watch this. You're gonna love it.
I'm not going to flash you.
Oh,
This
no.
is
Okay.
I'm
not gonna flash you, but
watch. I guarantee you, all of our ratings are going up. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
his,
yeah.
He's got his new world order.
NWO.
He's got his new world order shirt. So
Absolutely for life.
y'all throwing signs on TV.
Yeah,
Gotta be careful.
absolutely.
And he's got the black and white on. He's got the original.
He's got the
That's right,
original.
that's right.
There's a
Yeah,
huge
I'm not
difference.
rolling with
No, the
no
red
black,
and black,
yeah.
not so
Yeah,
much. It's
so-
all about the black and white.
So-
That's right.
Hollywood.
So I'm going to make I actually have an NWO shirt in my closet. I saw
But it doesn't have any sleeves on it.
Oh, we're getting them. Look at that for life. That's some Terry
right.
Funk forever. Leslie Chisholm, my man. Absolutely.
I saw he's down in the
Yeah,
stands.
he's
watching
down in the
me.
stands
I saw
watching.
him.
I bet I can look up down there at him. He'll give me an NWO for life, son.
And look, I want to address something while we're here. There are people that watch and listen every week to us.
Yep.
Okay, we are not paid commentators, broadcasters, nothing like that. We do this because we love Texas High, and we want somebody has to do it. And apparently, they can't find anybody better than us. But
Yeah.
we want everybody to know that. Look, we talk about a lot of things, including wrestling.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like it,
Mhm.
and some people don't. But you have every right to make your comments. Okay?
Absolutely. And
But don't call Texarkana Game Day out because we're on here talking about wrestling. If you don't like it, just change the channel.
Yeah, we can block you.
I mean,
We'll
we
just
don't
block 'em.
You know, we don't. You know,
I've got
Know it.
our founder just texted me and asked me how I got on camera again this week. He's he's not even here, so he's
I wish we knew how to block people.
so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not saying that we would. I mean, I wish we had the capability. Somebody does.
That's
It's
a good
just not
thing about
us.
living in America. If
So-
you don't want to watch it, you can
But
change
everybody's got the
channel.
right to their opinion, and we
Yeah.
appreciate your opinion. But if you don't like it,
And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. My
I
man
just
Rick.
think that's what Ric Flair said.
Ric Flair.
Yeah. I tell you what I do love about this setup with Game Day, here and all of the other schools in the area. It really, high school football already is something that brings everybody together, brings communities together because a Friday night you've got band, you've got drill team, you've got cheer, you've got the football game, you've got people coming out, families hanging out, and you've already got that connectedness. But now with the digital footprint, it connects you even more to those who can't be at the game or those who are diehard fans for their school, Tiger fans, and that are away, they don't live here, whatever. They're able to watch the games and interact here and talk about things and interact with each other. So that is something I think is very cool to see nowadays, is how we can do that and how we can it just connects us that much more and brings everyone together. So I think that's really, really special and really cool. And it's good to see everyone getting a chance to share and give shout outs to former Tigers.
That's right. That's right.
Throw a few, Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, maybe a Kevin Nash or a Scott Hall reference in there. You never know. Maybe a Hollywood Hogan. I don't know.
That's right. And especially during this lightning delay, we got to come up with something because we don't have enough commercials to run for you. So, but speaking of Doty doing a great job of trying to keep us with some stuff, looks like one of the Texas High baseball players committed this week, Tanner Ross.
Tanner Ross.
He committed to Henderson.
Henderson.
Henderson. Going to go play baseball up there. So big shout out to Tanner and his family. Congratulations to the young man.
Great job.
Having the opportunity to go play at the next level. So good job, and congrats to him. And so Doty, keep those coming. We got to find something to talk about here. So hopefully we are. Well, I thought maybe they would have had it on the screen there. We don't. We're probably, 15, 20 more minutes here unless we get another lightning delay. We'll try to get you an update
from Normally what happens is Forrest, our head trainer, he's got a lightning meter and a lightning gauge. There's one sitting on top of the home locker room down there on the south side of the stadium. And anytime that thing pings on anything, it'll recount that clock. But Forrest has something on his phone. It's all digital, or an app that's connected somehow, and he can give you an up-to-date run. And I can text him here in just a second, and he'll give me a heads up on kind of when we're in the clear on that. But as you can tell with all the other scores, a lot of people are still all in delays around us. So
a lot in the area.
Main thing is to be safe.
That's right.
Another score update from around the area. Fouke beating Waldron right now, 33-0. We appreciate Carmen Phillips for sending that in to us. If you've got any updates from around the area, send them to us. We've got to kill some time, and of course we want to get as many area schools out there as we can.
I used to go through Waldron all the time on the way to Fayetteville.
That's right.
That's a pretty area.
That is a very nice area.
Yes,
nice part of the state of Arkansas.
Really pretty
good
area
drive,
up there in
good
Waldron, Arkansas.
You know, you get up that way, you think I'm almost there.
Almost the God's country.
You're almost there.
You can get to that. You can get to 540 north, head up there through that Bobby Hopper tunnel. Then once you get, hey, I have a good story now that we have time. One day I was headed back to Fayetteville from one of the holiday breaks, and when I'm on the south side of that tunnel before you go into the tunnel to get into Fayetteville, it was as sunny as beautiful, clear day as you can imagine. And when I went through that tunnel, I thought I hydroplaned. It was as dark purple, sheets of rain, and I was going probably 80 through that thing. And when I come through there, I was literally panicking because I was like, oh my goodness, I'm about to hydroplane through there. But it was as clear as day on one side, and the other side it was
Pretty rough stuff.
Pretty rough sledding. Yeah.
See, Paris beating Gilmer at halftime, 26-23.
It's a big game. Gilmer.
Paris always has some good players.
Leslie Chisholm, Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack.
Speaking of that, since we want to talk about wrestling, just my opinion. I don't know if I have ever seen somebody that was as good of a wrestler and portraying character like Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
I mean,
he could do it all. He could
do it all.
Had a little crazed maniac and Mankind, and then a
Dude Love,
and all those guys. And then just Mick.
We
Foley.
have a good Aflac trivia question. He was the only one that went into the Royal Rumble as 3 different characters one time. Mick Foley, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that.
No.
That's right.
That's a lot of random facts for our.
And all 3 of them got thrown out. So none of them won. It's probably one of those old years where Steve Austin probably won one or somebody. Maybe The Rock. He might have pulled one off there.
I remember as young as I can remember, I watched one. I believe it was the 92 Royal Rumble when Ric Flair won. He was the first one and went through the whole thing and won at the very end. It was either 92 or 93. I think it was 92.
I think it was 92.
Yeah. See, everybody gets great Texas high football, and we segue into our wrestling segment.
That's right.
A friend of mine, I'm going to call him out for telling me, Steve Morris up there, telling me we just need to body slam each other. I've already told him I've already tapped out. I'm not going to go there. So, one person y'all failed to mention who's may not be very popular, but he was always one of my favorites, and that was Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect, the most underrated, one of the more underrated wrestlers.
I don't know if you saw the video. Speaking of football, he got the football, threw a pass, ran down the field, and caught his own pass.
I thought he was going to say Val Venus.
No, I don't know about that. I'm a Mr.
Wasn't that
Perfect
his
guy.
name? Wasn't that guy's name?
Yeah, Val Venus.
Or the towel.
Yeah.
Came out there, yeah. Well, hey, another score update from around the area. Arkansas High leading Arkadelphia right now, 29-14 in the third quarter.
Big
Arkadelphia, a powerhouse in the state of Arkansas over the last few years.
Arkansas High to start out 3-0 on the year.
Yep. Good job over there by the new head coach over there at Arkansas High. Coach Outlaw, Trey Outlaw. I mean, I guess now that I'm not here anymore, a business owner or anything, but I got the opportunity to be a little bit on the inside of trying to find the next head coach over there. Not that I didn't do anything, but I thought I'm saying is I thought he was a great guy and a great football coach, and I got a lot of background coming from El Dorado and some other places that he won some state championships, and man, he's developing a staff over there that's just really, really, really good for Texarkana. And, I don't want to get off too much on that. I know we're over at Texas High, and some people get touchy on that subject. But,
you can
we want to show love because
you want everybody
get, everybody's got rivals and all that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, we want all the kids around here to succeed. And I know both of you agree with that. And we just want to give them a shout out for doing such a good job.
You're
over
always
there.
pulling for everybody.
Big turnaround.
You want everybody in the Texarkana area to win, do good, put up good. Stats just for, when you get into all the recruiting things at each school, there's players that, at each school that, and Coach Stanford does a really good job with recruiting. And I think the Division I player obviously sets himself aside, but it's the other ones. What I mean by that is anywhere, Coach Stanford says this, and it really rings true. to a lot of our players and a lot of players around the Texarkana area, any place that you can go to get your school paid for is a great place to play college football.
That's right. Exactly.
You know, so it's not everybody can be Division I, not everybody can be Division I AA, but any place that you can go that'll help pay money for your school is a great place to play.
Yeah, for sure.
You
Well,
know,
we got the professionals showing up in here now. I think they're wanting my headset.
We got
so.
Tony Kirk in here, my
Yeah,
man.
yeah, the man of the hour right
Man
here.
of the hour.
So, but you're right. I think it's because there are so many schools in our area. You know, you mentioned Henderson State a minute ago. You've got Washita Baptist, OBU, and Arkadelphia. They're an hour away. I'm going to my Southern Arkansas
Absolutely.
University
The Mule Riders.
Got a big
Ride or die, baby.
Got a big overtime win
Hey, we
last
got
night.
Nate Minnie,
That's
former
Nate
Texas
Minnie's
High
over. That's
Tigers,
I
is
talked
tied
to,
in
talked
for.
to Scott earlier.
Yep.
He went to the game last night. A big overtime comeback win for the Mule Riders.
That's
so
right.
that was good. And then of course you got the Harding Bison. You've got Arkansas Tech. So lots of UCA. I know they're FC or is it FCS?
Yeah, Cody Reese.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a student coach
That's right.
now
So
at UCA. Yeah.
You got them there. So there are lots of good schools in this area that recruit and are great places to go. Have a great student experience. Like you said, get your school paid for. And play football on Saturdays, and that's a big thing. No matter it doesn't matter what level, but playing
football is just the icing on the cake.
That's
When
right.
you can get your school paid for, you know, you get that chance to earn that degree that'll last you your whole life. Football is just the blessing that comes with it. But really good place for everybody to play around this area.
You know, and I think like you mentioned too, you know this from. You know, I saw a couple of guys that met you when we played last week at Colleyville. Some of your former players here met you and came.
Justin Leathers,
came to the game. So you got guys you stay in contact with.
Yeah, we had Justin Leathers, our former tight end. Stacy Johnson, he was one of our slot receivers. He teaches in the Arlington area as well. Those guys always come out to support.
Right.
You know, the Tigers anytime they're close. Even last year when we played at Cowboy Stadium, Frisco Lone Star, you know, had a lot of former Tigers that are in the Metroplex area that come out and support us. And there's a lot of, you know, former band alumni, cheerleaders, drill team, just not limited to football, but you can see everybody's really excited about, you know, whatever group they were in and about the love they have for Texas High. And I think that shows just when we travel really well all the way across the board, no matter, you know, really what sport it is.
You know, there's just a lot of pride for the alumni here. The Tigers.
Oh yes.
Alumni group. There's a lot of pride. They follow the Tigers and they want to know what's going on. They follow them. They travel well. You know, with things going on, there's just a lot of passion. I think it's unlike anywhere that I've been, and I think it's very important. And just the pride, and you like you said, you see it tonight. I see lots of when I started out as a teacher at Texas High School, I see students who were students at the time, and now they're parents, and they're some of their kids are here, and or they're here just watching the game because they love Texas High.
Shout out to a classmate of mine, Reginald Black, number 0, Taekwon's black dad. He showed up on the stream. Yeah, we got Tigers coming back on the field to warm up. Looks like we're getting We're getting back closer, which will mean our football. Our wrestling talk will come to an end.
I really came up here to talk football, and then I get up here and they're off the field.
Well, I'm fixing to let you talk football. I'm fixing to give my headset to Tony Kirk. I'm going to let a professional come on here, and he's going to talk with y'all about what he's been seeing and what he's covering and how his vacation's been and all that kind of stuff.
I want to know if he's traveling to Tuscaloosa tomorrow.
Well, you're about to find out.
I think he would.
How's it going?
It's going great. I really don't have a lot to say because
we can just say whatever we want up here.
They're coming back on the field, getting ready to play. But I was cold in my booth. I wore shorts and a short sleeve shirt tonight, but I knew if I went up to the game day booth, there'd be plenty of warm air in here.
There's a lot in here, I promise.
Yeah,
there's some. You might need rubber boots too when you walk up here.
That I would be warmed up from all the knowledge that was being spread or whatever was being spread up here.
We are giving free information out. That's for sure.
Well, I knew Marshall could carry it for you. Now, Chuck and I last year had a 2.5 hour rain delay in the Longview semifinal game last year. And so I can sing, I can dance, whatever you need me to do for 2.5 hours.
To pass the time.
I'm here and I'm prepared for you, gentlemen. I'm ready to.
Well, you know, it's been a sad week music-wise with Jimmy Buffett, the loss of Jimmy Buffett. So we might want to let you sing some of his songs just to kind of in memory of him.
They're all sad songs this week.
I know,
every time I hear one come on the radio, I start crying now. And by the way, I just saw Lightning.
I know,
saw
another
one.
strike hit. So
yeah, but no, it's been a tough week for some of us in the loss of Jimmy Buffett. But No, I was very impressed with the first half. For a game that Texas High, I would say Coach Stanford's a little upset about tackling at this point and probably wants to clean up some of the penalties and stuff. But I tell you what, my lead for the Gazette tomorrow is Texas High caught the lightning in a bottle.
There you go. It's good stuff.
I always enjoy reading your piece. You do a really good job. And I think you hit it right on the head now because the last week you walked out of the game going penalties, missed tackles, inefficiency, especially early in the game. It's kind of we were sluggish start. And I think we really capitalized on all those things and trying to correct them, as much as you can early in the year. But I think the intensity's been good. Eliminating the missed tackles is huge defensively.
Now, as a longtime coach, what do you work on to get tackling? I know there's not as much contact in practices now as there used to be. How do you work on tackling during the week?
Old school, you want to tackle to the ground, all that. But, new school football, so to speak, it's really about feet, head position, hand placement, shoulder, wrap up, grab cloth, breaking down in a good position. You want to eliminate reaching for the most part. But it's really about body position and staying in good position.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like we're about to get back to action. I'm going to give it back to Boat, let him get back on the play-by-play. Always good to visit with you guys.
It's always a
good
pleasure.
to see you.
Always a
good
pleasure,
to see
Tony.
you. Always look forward to him.
Tony and Chuck celebrating the 20th anniversary.
20th anniversary.
Leaving the yard.
The yard.
So
he's leaving the yard right now. He's headed
back downstairs.
He's headed back downstairs.
So exciting getting started here. Got the Tigers with possession. So as Brian gets his stuff together, we've got, 1st and 10 here on the 38-yard line?
Yeah.
That's right. And we got word from down there on the field that the starting offense going to come out for one series, and then we're going to start seeing some other guys get in. So Potter going to keep it around the left side. He'll get across the 40 and pick up a nice block by Pilgreen. He'll pick up about 5 on first down.
Now, that right there will really wear Coach Stanford out. Taking unnecessary hits. You're up by 41, and David J. pulls it and wants to take a hit right there.
So, Coach, let me ask you this. He just mentioned here on this first drive, what are you closing down the playbook now, just staying simple with some of your
just
stuff?
trying to get back to base formations, base plays, just simple alignments where you can line the defense up and you kind of know where they're going to be and run plays that you feel are really good to those defensive alignments.
I see we had a tight end there, 11 personnel. He's
going to get a pass out there to Montgomery, and he's going to have a big gain, get a first down plus more. He's going to have about 20 on the play, get it all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Montgomery is one of those young receivers that's going to be has a really bright future. I'm telling you, my man can catch a cold in a hurry.
Yeah, just a sophomore, and he's made some big plays tonight already.
Yeah, he's a tremendous young player for the Tigers. He'll be a guy that's going to make a lot of plays moving forward.
Got a little class of 84 shout-out.
Class of 84, James Hill. Hey, we got Jamie DeFore, my classmate.
Montgomery's going to come off the field. Amarian Reese going to come in for him, a senior wide receiver for the Tigers.
Got a long trap action right here.
Going to throw it out to Reese. Let's see what they call.
It's a catch. Good for about
Going to call it incomplete. Said it touched the ground, so bring up 2nd down and 10. Amarian Reese trying to get him a catch here in the ball game, but just a little low.
I know we're still throwing a little bit, so will you kind of work your younger receivers out there, getting them a couple of looks, letting them get a catching the ball out in space and doing a few things?
Yeah,
here?
you want them to work route releases, depth of cuts and inside outside release, being able to adjust your routes to defensive schemes and those things to get them. You can't replace live action.
Tredarian Ball going to take it around the left side and get a nice gain, about 12 on the play. Going to be a first down for the Tigers. Ball going to be spotted on the 22-yard line on your Texar instant replay. A nice block right there by, let me see here, number 68, Joshua Blackwell
backside
right there.
Guard pulled around there, made a really good block.
Yeah, we got a long trap action. I will give a shout-out to my Aunt, Christy Thomas. She's in Las Vegas watching the Tigers on vacation now in Las Vegas.
A little bit earlier there.
Tell her to put some money on 8 black for
There
me.
we go.
Potter going to look out to the flats. He's got a receiver there across the 10, across the 5, and into the end zone. That is number 13, Brandon Hall, for another Tiger touchdown. Mr. Marshall, I think they need you to come down there. They're going to suit you up and put you in. They're going to let everybody score tonight.
I don't know about that. They might. No lead is safe with me on the field.
That may be number 3 or the 3rd touchdown for B Hall tonight. We've lost count once we got over the
he's had one heck of a night.
50 mark.
9 minutes. The clock is running.
This isn't late 90s Stamps, Arkansas football. It's a little bit different.
Tell them back in Stamps, everybody was in the three-point stance. Receivers,
right.
everybody but the
T-bar
quarterback.
mask.
Yeah,
that's right.
that's old school football.
Now, Coach, how you say this last name? Make sure I don't mess it up. Leva?
That is Leva, Kevin Leva.
Okay.
That is my man Leva. Good thing about him, me and my man, when we have music at practice, me and my man Kevin Leva, we have a deep love for Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
Gomez or Dion?
No, Selena, the old.
Selena. I thought you said Selene.
Yeah, the old Latina singer. That
I got you.
Same couple songs.
Yeah, I incorporated some Selena into our playlist for my man Leva, and we do share some love for Selena music.
Dreaming of You. That's a good song.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Leva comes on and puts the extra point up.
Didn't J-Lo play her in the movie?
Yeah, J-Lo.
One of J-Lo's early.
A young J-Lo.
Young
movies,
J-Lo.
Yeah. So.
See, we talk about everything.
That's
here.
right. That's right. So 8:49 left to go in the third quarter. We're back from a lightning delay. If you're just now joining us, the Tigers lead 55-7 over the Benton Tigers. They traveled up here from Benton, Louisiana tonight, and the official is asking for the clock to run. He is wanting it to constantly run, as well as the rest of us here. And it's still not running. So we've got another kicker in the ball game here. I'll get you a number on that shortly, Coach,
I
unless
think
you
back
know
in
it.
our day, we were probably more in a 4-point stance.
Yeah,
especially on defense.
Yeah, they've actually incorporated a lot of that back on defensive line. It's getting that 4-point stance, stay that low pad level, low leverage.
Oh, we're gonna have a.
Oh, come on, Marion, you gotta be smarter than that.
We're gonna have a little extracurricular over here going on. That may be offsetting though.
Franklin Delk was the kicker in there that kicked off, and we've got a couple Tigers who have lost their cool. They're going to come back over to the sideline, and Coach Stanford's going to get them off the field, and everything will settle down.
I think it was Tigers on both sides. So
that's right.
Maybe offsetting. We'll see.
We'll see what's going to happen. Both coaches out on the field wanting to know what's going to be called here.
Oh, they're just going to call it on Texas High, on us.
So 15 yards added on to the return there, and that's going to be pretty good field position for Benton.
So here's the thing about those is you're able to get 2 a game. If you get that second one, you're suspended for the next half. You'd be suspended for the rest of this one and the first half of the next one, so we got to be smart on that.
King will take the snap and roll out to his left and know where to go. He's going to lose a couple yards. The Texas High defense still on the prowl, not letting the Benton Tigers have an inch.
Great job setting the edge over there, keeping that thing running east and west and not giving him the ability to get upfield.
Sulphur Springs leads Hallsville 28-21 in the third quarter. We appreciate that update from Jeff Cantrell. Going to go down the sideline here, and it's going to be dropped. Quarterback had a guy with a step on the cornerback over there, but just could not drop it in. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Again, lots of good close games tonight in East Texas. I mean, our game is the Texas High Tigers are in firm control here, but lots of tight games around. And you mentioned that lightning delays and how you in the locker room and you're in a 3 or 4 point game, 1-score game, and you're in there having to stay loose and stay focused. That could definitely play a part in the outcome of some of those games.
King being chased around, and he's going to throw deep. He's got a man and just overthrows him. Going to bring up 4th down, and King upset, just could not hit his receiver. And they're going to bring him off the field and either go wildcat here or something. Let's see. I believe that's what they're going to do. They're going to put their running back Manning in at quarterback. We've seen that a couple of times. Nope, they're going to send him back on the field. I stand corrected most of the time. So King will trot back out on the field. It's going to be 4th down at about 13. Texas High defense looking for another big stop here. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's scrambling. He's looking downfield. He's going to throw it all the way down to the goal line. It's going to be caught, and he will get across the goal line into the end zone. Just a busted play there. A short pass. His receiver just turned around and came back to it and caught it, stretched it across the goal line. And Benton will get on the scoreboard for the first time since their very first drive of the ball game. Texas High leads them 55-13, awaiting this extra point.
Yeah, this is why, like I said earlier, when you're in one of these type of games, it's easy to lose the intensity, and you don't want to make excuses about anything. But I mean, realistically, it's hard to keep your intensity up when you're up by this, and then you mix in a whole bunch of young players, and you know things like that happen. You turn somebody loose, or somebody misses a coverage or assignment, and now you're defensively, all the coaches get upset. So.
Got a big shout out there, class of 99.
Chris
90,
Spicer,
yeah,
absolutely, football. Yeah, Chris Spicer,
guys.
Nate Vasher, Ken Hill, Carter Northcutt, Big E Talley, Brad Vinson.
It's the whole class of 99.
My older brother, Pook,
Went to so year that I think that's one of the first years Texas High traveled.
Yeah,
Texas Stadium took everybody.
That was Coach Norton's first year here.
We're gonna go to Texas Stadium and take everybody.
Played Mesquite Poteet in the same. They beat Corsicana, who was 48-0 or 38. One of them lopsided scores, and it was wound up losing it at Texas Stadium, the old Texas Stadium, the second game against Mesquite Poteet. But it was really good. Kind of set the tempo really for Coach Norton's first year.
So the Benton Panthers will trot back. It's Benton Panthers. That's in Arkansas. Benton Tigers.
Benton Tigers.
The Benton Tigers will trot back out and kick off for just the second time tonight.
But you're right. It is hard to stay focused.
It is.
Stay locked in.
I mean, the right thing to say is, yeah, we're going to finish the game, do all that, and that's. I mean, ideally, that's what you want to happen. But these are high school kids, and they're excited early, and you get a big lead, and then. A lot of times, sometimes you lose your little focus a little bit here and there, but the main thing is to get through this game without any foolish penalties that could affect the next game or any kind of injuries.
Tredarian Ball going to let that one go out of bounds.
From what I remember, this was David J. had to Cody.
This
got
was
hurt
the game. Yeah, this was the game where Cody got hurt and David J. had to come in. And the first series, when David J. was on the sideline, I told him to play, and he's got to repeat it. And he looked at me like a deer in the headlights. And I was like, David J., you got to call the play, son. But he did a great job coming in and, leading our team.
And you really see how that experience last year for him has really made a difference, propelling him in his junior year now.
Absolutely.
Just a different
the command of the offense, and the main thing coaching, just from a coaching point, is getting them in the right formation, whether it be alignment, somebody's lined up in the wrong way, or somebody's not on the line of scrimmage. Those things are really good.
And we've got a new quarterback.
Cam Reitner.
Yeah, Cameron Reitner going to come in at quarterback now. He's going to hand off to a new tailback as well. That's going to be number 34. That is Keelan Nash.
Keelan Nash can fly now. He can run. Cam Reitner can run. We got a lot of young guys, a lot of sophomores on the field.
Keelan Nash going to pick up about 6 on that first down play. He's going to stay in the ball game. We're going to bring in number 42. I don't have him on mine either.
I know who that is.
Who is that?
That is Xanders Wiggins.
Okay.
That is Dr. Wiggins' son.
Mr. Wiggins coming in the ball game.
Absolutely.
Going to play a little slot receiver here, and so we're going to try to get you as many names as we can. We know Mama's at home, baby's in the game. We'll try to get as many names called as we can. That's going to be Nash again on the carry. And
good carry.
Looking good on his first 2 carries of the night.
The thing that you see right here is in the skill positions, you got the backups in right now. Or not the backups, but the younger players. Right now up front with the offensive line, you still got that one offensive line. Because they're a young group. They need reps. They need to see different looks. They need to sustain long drives. The more reps those young guys, you got a freshman, a sophomore, 1 senior, a junior, and a senior. So you got the majority of that are underclassmen. Then you got some young tight ends up there.
Reitner going to hand off to Nash once again right up the middle, and nice job there by Nash once again. He's averaging about 7 yards a carry,
he can
Coach.
Run. Nash is a really good player. He's fast. He had a really good year last year on the JV, running hard. What's going to be real fun is when Cam Reitner pulls it off this edge.
That's what I'm kind of waiting on, because I've seen him run, and I'm really thinking, okay, when are you going to pull it and take off?
You can see him in center field in baseball running down them fly balls and them line drives at our baseball field. He can run.
4:40 left to go here in the third quarter. He's going to pull it and throw it this time. He's got a good arm on him, too. He's going to sling that out to number 84. Sorry, I don't have him on my roster. We've got a lot of young guys in here playing, and so don't have 84 on the varsity roster here. So we will do
well,
our
we didn't
best.
we didn't have a JV game this week, JV A team game. So you're able to dress those first JV group with the varsity. So you get an added experience for these guys to get some live reps in Grimm Stadium in a varsity football game.
Just makes a difference.
It does. It really does.
Right, and they're going to throw it out there. Again, a quick throw to his receiver. Let's see, 82. That's Devin Moore who's going to grab it
so
out there at wide receiver.
They right there, they pulled the backside guard and tackle there, but he threw it down here.
Yeah,
so
it's
misdirection?
yeah. You can do a number of different things. You can run it's just a GT scheme where you influence the linebackers. They see them pulls and they take off, follow the pullers, and then you backside screen them. Or you can fake it and Cam can keep it up the middle for a quarterback counter. Just a lot of misdirection stuff. A lot of eye wash is what we call it right here.
Nash again on the carry around the right side, and he's going to have enough for the first down. A nice job by Keelan Nash, and he'll get it down to the 20-yard line for Texas High.
I will give a shout-out. My mother-in-law, CP Carol Pierce, just logged on. I'll get a – she does cook some good Sunday dinner after church.
You definitely better give her a shout-out.
Yeah, she will get a shout-out. I'm definitely her favorite son-in-law, that's for sure, after this one.
3 minutes left to go here on your Commercial National Bank scoreboard. We'll try to keep you updated on that time. Going to hand it off to Nash again, right up the middle, and he's going to have about 6 yards on the first down carry. Going to get it down to about the 13-yard line. Excuse me, they'll mark him at the 14-yard line.
I got to give a shout-out. My brother, former Tiger class of 2007, my brother Trent, let down in Temple, Texas, giving us a watch tonight.
Temple, Texas.
So
you see on the screen there, you got the big left tackle, 56 Quayford. Big guy, 6'6", probably 2. And he's a legit 6'6". A lot of times, you can add a few inches here and there, but he is a legit 6'6".
Going to get him off around the left side. That's Nash again, and just got tripped up just a little bit there. But, Coach, another 6 yards for him. You can trip him up, but he stumbled all the way down inside the 10.
Keelan's a low center of gravity player, really quick, really fast, good kid.
I'll tell you, I know our offensive linemen are young, but they're doing a really good job getting in their blocking scheme, getting out. The guys that are pulling around, they're getting out there, getting out in front of these running backs, and good footwork.
Yeah, the thing about O-line, everybody goes, oh, they're big and slow. Linemen big and slow. And I used to tell my linemen that if you play slow, you're going to be on the sideline with me on Friday nights. And that's the same. Coach Stanford likes those linemen to be able to move, play fast. And they're doing a really good job.
There you go. Looks like a touchdown.
Keelan Nash stretches out for the pylon. Let's see if he's got his first touchdown, and he does.
It's a good job setting the edge there. Sanders Wiggins made a block there and kicked out that.
Sanders Wiggins getting some live action, absolutely.
Yeah, kicked out that guard or that lineman, that defensive end, and
I'm going to tell him we gave him a good shout-out.
We see our man Cam. Cam used to be our producer up here last year.
Okay.
Was he here last year? No? Oh, it was you, Dodie? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Dodie. Cam, I'm sorry. Maybe it was
Cam's
2 years
around.
ago.
He's been around a couple of years ago. Dodie's been around.
We see Cam tuning in. We appreciate him and for all that he used to do. He's got a new job now, not with Gameday anymore, but still helps me out with my podcast. And he is the super producer. We couldn't do it without him. So here is the replay on your Texar Instant Replay. Just right inside the pylon for Keelan Nash for his first varsity touchdown of the year. And with that, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after we hear from State Bank.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Welcome back to Texarkana Game Day. We are live here at Tiger Stadium where the Texas High Tigers are putting on a clinic tonight.
We had a Sid Vicious Shout out wrestler, the wrestler Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid.
Psycho Sid.
Had a Sid Justice. Had a couple names.
Franklin Delk going to kick it off all the way down to the goal line. It's going to be bobbled, and he's going to get it out to about they'll mark him at the 17.
Zion Dillard with the tackle, number 21.
I tell you, I will say this about both of these teams. The score may be a little bit, it is one-sided for the Texas High Tigers, but they're still down there hitting. And there's pads popping down there, even on that kickoff right there from both teams. So it's still exciting. If you're watching the game,
there's energy out there.
There's a lot of energy out there. Both these teams are still getting after it.
So the starting offense is going to trot back out there for the Benton Tigers, and it looks like our second defense for the Texas High Tigers are going to jump on the field now. And so we'll try our best to get you some numbers here on some tackles. Like number 51. That's Jordan Henderson Jr.
Yeah, Jordan Henderson
get in on
Jr.
a tackle there.
His dad was a former Texas High Tiger alum.
Hand it off over the left side there, and going to be tackled by a host of Tigers. Let's see if we can see who gets up off the bottom. I see number 21, Zion Dillard there getting in on that tackle, along with number 51, Mr. Henderson Jr. again.
Yep.
They're going to get one more off before the end of the third quarter. We'll see.
10 seconds. The clock is running. Coach is holding them up, so that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. With them taking a break, we're going to take one with them. 62-14, the Tigers with a hefty lead. We're entering the final quarter here at Tiger Stadium. We'll be back with Texas High football right after this.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, Orr BMW, Orr Cadillac, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Super Center. In Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, the Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorrauto.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium, home of your Texas High Tigers. They are leading right now 62-14 over the Benton Tigers. Excuse me. From Benton, Louisiana. On your Commercial National Bank scoreboard, we're about to change that for you. We are in the fourth quarter now, if you can see that. We know you can't see the clocks. We'll try to keep you updated as much as we can. But this is the first play. The clock just started running, so we got 12 minutes left to go in this ball game.
Either way.
Either way.
12 minutes. We got a running clock.
That's right.
Trying to get it in, in case there's any weather issues.
Number 58, Cedric Harper in, the junior defensive lineman, coming in and get his tackle there. Going to see a few different Texas High Tigers come out on offense and defense here in this final quarter. So we'll try our best.
So defensively here, what are you thinking? Are you keeping it simple, or are you running scheme?
No,
still?
You're keeping it simple, especially with the young guys. You can't do much with a lot of young players in here because you don't want them to miss a line and give up big plays. So you're running the most basic things that they've been running since 8th grade. You know what I mean? You go each week and you get team segments for those guys, but you want base alignments.
That pass going to fall incomplete. And in coverage there, number 41, Cruz Bustos.
Cruz Bustos, my
Bustos.
man. Bustos.
Going to be handed off up the middle there and going to be wrapped up very quickly by the Tigers. I believe that was number, let's see, is that 31? Yep, 31 getting up off the bottom of the pile there. I don't have a number for him, but here on your Texar replay, wraps him up just like he's taught in practice, Coach.
Yep, wrap up, grab cloth, drop your feet.
Nice job there by number 31. We may work on that. I bet you Coach can get us a what do they call it, a junior varsity roster or something.
Maybe we can JV. Yeah, I can see what I can do. I know some people.
Yeah, see if we can get one. And so King going to roll out, and he's going to throw it way down the field, and it will be incomplete. Thought he was going to come up with the catch there, but did not, down around the 27-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th down, and the punting unit will come on for the Benton Tigers.
They're just telling T-ball right here to catch it.
My man Kevin Shaw's watching tonight.
Fair catch it.
One of the former Tigers around here. Does a lot with our youth. He's my nephew's T-ball coach as well.
Yeah, just a reminder, we got the Little League football
That's
tomorrow
right.
at Graham.
That's right.
And come out and support those little guys and watch some good football.
Mm-hmm.
Tredarian Ball just going to let that one roll down inside the 25 all the way down to the 21-yard line, and that's where the Tiger offense will come out. 9:20 left to go in your ball game here. A hefty lead for Texas High. Coach Stanford and the offensive staff getting some younger players in the ball game, so we'll do our best to try to get these numbers out to you, or at least the names. You can see the numbers.
Yep. Yep, hopefully we can get it. I can try to eyeball it as best I can, but, you know, my eyes wouldn't.
Ain't as good as they used to be.
Ain't as good as they used to be. I could walk over to the other booth and tell Coach Toon to give me a roster real quick. He ain't doing nothing over there.
8:45 left to go. The clock will continue to run.
What's exciting about the youth football getting started? You know, I know we don't have a bigger crowd right now because a lot of people have left due to the weather and other things, but there'll be a huge crowd here tomorrow
There will
morning.
be, yep.
And here all day. They're starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sure they'll be playing most of the day.
Yep.
So it's going to be a beautiful time, a beautiful day. Weather, I think, is going to be nice.
I think it's from 8 to 5,
so,
you know, officially on the sheet, but you know it'll last a little, probably longer than that. And that's what we want. We want all the kids in the community at Grimm Stadium playing football for the Tigers. You know, that's, you know, I know especially me coming up, you know, you love that T on the side of the helmet. And I know those little guys will be excited about the game.
Got a new running back in the game, number 33 here. And again, we apologize. Don't have a junior varsity roster here. A lot of these younger guys are switching them in. They're switching in running backs each and every play, as well as wide receivers every play. So we do apologize. Just bear with us. We'll do our best to get one of those to keep in here with us
like you
for
said,
this situation.
Coach Harrell always says there's no place to play a football game like Grimm Stadium.
Yes.
Been all over the country, all over the South and SEC country.
It doesn't get any better
nothing better than Grimm Stadium.
Yep.
So there you go.
It's a pretty special place.
It is a special place.
Well, you know, I think it's important, like you said, you're just on top of the action. We're in the press box. I mean, we're looking straight down at the field. So it is a special place and great place to watch a game. You're down there in the action. Here, like I mentioned a minute ago, you hear the pads popping. You hear when the big hits happen. You feel like you're really on the sideline and part of the game.
It seems like no matter where you're at up here in this press box, you could be on this end or the other end, but every time you look down there, it feels like you're on the 50-yard line when you're up here. And Texas High going to play Arkansas. No, we're probably not going to do that one anymore. I don't know for sure, but.
You know, I remember the old press box we had up here a long time ago. You'd have the first few weeks you brought a can of wasp spray up here with you because you never know.
It would get sketchy coming up the stairs in that old thing.
Those old August football games a little scary up here with that and the old step ladder.
The step ladder, yeah, absolutely. I remember watching, hearing Al Hanna up here and coming up here and visiting with him. And, Johnny Green, all those guys, the people that covered this forever that, no longer with us. But, for me being a coach, not understanding this aspect of it, man, this has been a really joy for me to be able to get to do this and do this with Gameday and
we
Brian
appreciate
Bolt,
you.
Brian
Y'all
Bolt,
have a seat. Have a seat.
Like you mentioned, Johnny Green and Al Hanna, they love Texas High. They love Texas athletics. I remember when I was coaching soccer one year, Al rode we had a playoff game, and Al rode the bus with us because he wanted to broadcast the game on the radio. Yep. So just guys that love the Tigers, and I know they've been here. They were in that old press box for a long time.
I used to mess with Johnny Green so much about Tom Brady. Oh, he couldn't stand the Patriots and Tom Brady, and I would mess with him. I would deliberately go out of my way to mess with him about Tom Brady and the New England Patriots.
Well, Coach, speaking about you being up here this year, it's a pleasure to have you up here and talk football and get some insight on these Texas High Tigers. And we know that you enjoyed your time down there on the sideline, but we hope you enjoy your time up here with us too. You're a real asset to our team, and we appreciate you just taking the time to do this.
Absolutely, I love it. I've enjoyed
I actually had someone ask me, "Where's Coach Harold? Why is he not on the field anymore?" I said, "Well, you know how Troy Aikman, when he retired, he went up to the press box with Joe Buck, and he's on Monday Night Football." I said, "Well, that's Coach Harold. He's up in the box doing Game Day live. He's the analyst for our football
We're getting him trained up. He's going to do this by himself next year.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to be a one-man show.
I didn't really tell a whole bunch of people that I wasn't coaching anymore, but playing the game, you have a lot of injuries, and I've had 3 back surgeries in the last 5 or 6 years, and coaching on the sideline, day-to-day grind of that kind of took its toll on me, and I had the opportunity to switch into the admin side and the operations side, so I took that. I love doing what I'm doing. I'm still involved with the game. My building maintenance crews always take care of Grimm Stadium and all our other facilities in this district, for that matter. But I really enjoyed this so far, and I really appreciate the opportunity to still be a part of the game and to be able to call it. I can say, just from my opinion, of course I may be biased, but I don't think anybody loves Texas high football more than I do. Being able to go to school here from kindergarten all the way up, be a captain on the team that won the state championship. I mean, the love I have for this school, I eat and breathe Texas high football.
Got a short gain there just back across the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 4th down for the Tigers here.
Well, I mean, I think, like you said, it's evident. You went through all through school here. You grew up here. You go off to Arkansas, get your school paid for, play 4 years there, and then come back to East Texas.
Yep.
A lot of guys stay up in that part of the state because it's a nice place to live, or go, wherever. And you come back home and you've started your career coaching in different schools. You've been around the Bowie County area, a little bit in Cass County, and then we're able to come back home. And then when you're back and you're here and you ain't going anywhere,
I'm here for the long haul.
You always kept that orange in your closet because you never know when you might have to be putting it on again. So.
But it's always good to be at Grimm Stadium. Always. I can't say that enough.
And I'll give a shout out to even the Benton Tiger fans. They're still here cheering their team on. We've still got a pretty good crowd, even for the most part, for this with the lightning delay and then the score of what it is. It is nice to see. The fans are still here and enjoying it, watching if their family members are playing or friends, they're here cheering their kids on and supporting them, and just a great thing. So.
Delay a game penalty there.
That Benton Tiger band is over there getting after. They've been playing all night, and the Tiger band's playing, and we've got our.
They're going to be, both bands are going to be tired because they have not stopped playing the whole game.
Nice punt there by the Texas High Tigers. 3:49 left to go. The clock is running. Let's see if they're going to keep it running. They will keep it running. So we'll be out of here momentarily. We appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging in there with us through the lightning delay and here in the second half. Coach, the second half went a lot quicker than the first half.
It did, and the thing is, you got away from, we had that one penalty, second half silly penalty. But other than that, it's been a clean second half, knock on wood, but hopefully both teams get out of here with, no injuries and live to fight another day for next week. I know we have a big one next week up in Tyler. But I think our guys will be ready for it. I know these games right here, when you play not necessarily a smaller team, but a team that's not as probably well known as one of the Tyler schools, you can overlook them at times, just to be honest. And the key that Coach Stanford's really trying to make them focus in early to work on the things we need.
Carter Walker is in playing over at corner now, and he comes up with that tackle. Going to be a gain of 9 yards, going to bring up 2nd down and 1. So before we get off here, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go before the end of the game, but we want to give a big shout out to the crew here working tonight, that our TigerVision crew. Each and every week, those guys work all the cameras and the sound equipment, all this kind of stuff.
I can't say enough about TigerVision.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, those students and Mr. A. I've experienced it firsthand from my time as a teacher at Texas High School, working with them. I did a lot of video when I was a coach here, and they just do a tremendous job. They're professionals. They treat it like like the professionals. They take it. They're passionate about it, and they'll be here. They'll leave early. They'll be at TigerVision late, getting things ready. they do a great job. And, I mean, they rise to any challenge that we put in front of them, and they've just done a great job. And I'm just so proud of to see this and how the partnership that we have with them and that group. And they do so many things in the community. There's not many events you'll go to in town. It could be chamber events. It could be any different event. And you're going to see some Texas High kids, TigerVision students there doing something. And that to me, that's really special and really, really a great experience. And we've got students working for ESPN. We've got students for other different networks that are Texas High kids, and they learn this craft at Texas High. They were able to go off, and it put them ahead of others because of the experiences they got here.
Absolutely. And our crew tonight, our tech director, David Mayo, our replay director, Ben Mayo, our tight camera is Victoria Dean, wide camera, Bree Burns, our sideline live shot, I think that's supposed to be Lily, but it just says Little. So I don't think that's a rapper name, but we're gonna go with Lil Sanchez. And highlights, Ashley Davis, video board, Caleb Coleman, engineer Aaron Jennings, and of course each and every week we get a list of these people, and Mr. Aldridge is always so humble. His name is never on the list.
Never.
But the fearless leader for TigerVision, Mr. Charles Aldridge, who puts all this together and has done it for quite a while.
He runs a tight ship. I was up here the other day, and they
really
weren't.
Does.
And you can tell everybody's having a good time, and he raises that voice up, and he snaps up, and everybody. And I found myself getting straightened up a little bit, making sure he makes sure everything's lined up and everything's doing what they're supposed to be doing.
We've got Aaron Jennings up here, and I remember when Aaron Jennings was a student at Texas High. He was one of those guys who used to film, and I'd come up there and ask him 10 times if the camera, make sure the camera's on to film this game, because he would finally say, "I got this. Leave me alone." I told him I'd apologize to him beforehand, but I would tell him I'm going to ask you 10 times if this, make sure we're good. So
we can't see it on our.
We always appreciate those.
Can't see it on our camera, but the police have turned their lights on, and they're stopping traffic and getting ready for the crowd to disperse out of Tiger Stadium. There's 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go as they help that injured player off the field.
As you mentioned, Coach, next week's a big game, old school, back in the old days when Texas High was back then's 5A, when they were in the same district with Tyler, and you had John Tyler and then Tyler, the old Tiger Lee, which is Tiger Legacy now. So it's an old school battle, and there's a lot of history between both of these schools, so it's going to be a good one. And going down to Rose Stadium, always fun. A lot of Tigers played lots of playoff games. I know you've played a few playoff games there, Coach.
Yeah.
That used to be the old home away from home for the Tigers.
We've had a lot of success there.
Come November, December, the Tigers were going to be at Rose, and it was always fun to go down there and get a big win.
We usually have a good crowd that makes the trip to Tyler, and we're looking forward to it. It'll be a great game next week.
30 seconds left to go here in our contest. The Texas High Tigers are going to walk away with this one tonight with a big lead, and it looks like they're just going to let the clock run out. Benton's going to call their players over to the sideline. That'll be the last play of the game, I believe. Let's see. One coach is calling them over, one coach is not. They're lining up on the 50. I believe that's going to be it. 10 seconds.
And as we get off here, Coach, I know you mentioned it. Lots of times tonight, a little adversity came up, and it could have went. I think it could have went either way. I know the game ended up this score, but early in the game it was a little back and forth. And we're thinking, is it going to be?
There's old saying in coaching. The score did not indicate the outlook of the game as far as it's a lopsided score right now. But early in the game, they come out firing on us, and I think, like you said, we battled early and got the momentum, and momentum is a huge underlying thing, in especially Texas high school football. But you can feel it. You can't see it, but you can feel it.
That's right. Well, the Tigers come away with a big win here, 62-14 over the Tigers from Benton, Louisiana. And as always, they're out across the 50-yard line showing their sportsmanship, the coaches and all the players. And so, Coach, again, next week, where's it at?
It is in Tyler Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas.
And I believe that Game Day is going to be there, right?
Game Day is going to be there unless y'all know something I don't.
Okay. Well,
we're going to be there. I'm getting the nods. We're good. We'll be live and ready to go from Rose Stadium.
So you will have Coach Jeremy Harrell and the Tiger King himself, Billy Lavender, unless Mr. Marshall wants to come up there and help him out.
You
I won't be able to make that road trip.
You never know. With little kids, you just never know.
That's right.
You never know.
Right.
You got to. We live day by day at our house.
He always has an open invitation. There is never a time where we go, no, Ty, you can't come up.
Only
here.
if he brings the belt next time.
The next home game, we will bring the belt for our Tiger faithful.
We'll bring our belt. I'll bring the title belt. I may give it to Coach before the game. Make sure I don't forget this.
But what he doesn't know is I always run through the admin to make sure everything's nice, and I always stop in his office, and his door's usually open and I always go in there. If he ever checks the camera, he's going, why does Coach Harold keep coming in I go in there and I look in there and I just go in there and sometimes I just pick it up and put it on my shoulder. I love it. It's fantastic.
Open door policy. That's what I have. So there you go. Anytime.
The Attitude Era Championship
That's
belt.
right. It's good stuff.
You never know what you're going to get here, but you come on back next time, and we'll have you Tiger football each and every week right here on Texarkana Game Day along with TigerVision. And so for all of us here at Tiger Stadium at Grimm Park, we're going to call it a night and head home, but we'll see you next week for more Texas High football live from Texarkana Game Day.